Hello, and welcome to the Curse at Ravenspire live play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Doug Kapoff. With me are our players, Ethan, playing Rivers, the human fighter. Drew, playing Lysander, the elven bard warlock. Kevin, playing Casimir, the Dampier sorcerer. Pat, playing Roderick, the human barbarian. Darren, playing Calsolus, the tiefling rogue cleric. And Jeff, playing Zora, the reborn ranger. This is the When Bards Attack podcast. Alright, welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons Curse at Ravenspire, our Curse of Strahd playthrough. This is episode 9 tonight, so join with me are Jeff, Darren, Ethan, Pat, and Drew all around me, and I am Doug Kapoff, the Dungeon Master. Last time, we made our way into Vallaki after exploring the windmill, despite warnings from the Vistani women, found yourselves finding a new creature inside this windmill, something the hags had been creating, a Frankenstein-looking hunter-like Castlevania-style something, played by Jeff. Zora, right? Do I have that name right?
Zora, yes.
Yes, very good. Zora, this Frankenstein creature that has some strange memories of the land of Barovia. As you continue to protect Irina and her brother Ismark from Strahd, who is somewhat infatuated with Irina for some reason, you guys have made your way to Vallaki to try to find a safe place. I believe your plan was eventually to continue on west to Krezk. However, until then, you are here in Vallaki, and you guys stopped at the Blue Water Inn. As you arrived into town, there were some strange things happening. Number one, you heard everyone using sort of a catchphrase, "All is well," and you see that, you guys got to get a little freaked out by that. You see these flyers for these weekly festivals that the Baron Vargas runs inside of the town. In speaking with the bartender, he kind of talked about how Baron Vargas believes that it's his defiance of Strahd, these festivals to show that they're not afraid of Strahd, is what keeps this town safe. It's this act of defiance and what have you. However, the bartender, Erwin, suggested that it's only a matter of time before Strahd gets angry and brings his ire against Vallaki, and that there are some that are concerned that that's exactly what's going to happen. While you were having lunch, actually, let me backstep a little bit. When you got to town, they would not let you in because you have a couple of demons traveling with you, or some people that look like demons. Well, 3 now. You learned a woman let you in. She kind of commanded the guards to stand down. Her name was Fiona Wachter. She looks to be like some sort of noble woman, bright red hair, piercing green eyes, wearing a ball gown, basically, in the middle of the street. She spoke with you for a few minutes, invited you to dinner, which I believe you guys have accepted for later this evening. You then went to the Blue Water Inn, had the conversation with the bartender. While you were there, a man walked into the bar, which you learned to be, his name is Isaac. He is the major domo of the Baron, head of household, head of guard. And he did not seem too happy that you had been let into town. Jeff, you had remembered that you have memories of this man, not necessarily an evil person per se, but definitely a fanatical defender of the city, doing kind of Baron Vargas's henchman, so to speak. The law, the authoritarian that moves around town. He was not happy that you were there. He spoke with Erwin for a minute, where you learned that the wine that comes into the town is a couple of days behind, and he was looking for somebody to help find it or find out why it has stopped. He asked these hunters that are in the bar, hey, why aren't you guys help? They said that they were already hired by him to go find the missing children. So you heard two other side stories that are going on in Vallaki already. And then the last big piece of news, you dropped off the two kids you found in the windmill at the orphanage, which is nearby. And then Darren, while you were making your way into town, you sensed some sort of essence, some sort of power, some sort of deitic energy, some divine energy of some sort, possibly some hallowed ground. And you know that there's a church in town at the far west side of town, and I know that was on your list of things to potentially check out. So that is where we're going to pick up the game. I'm going to turn it back to you all. You guys are all sitting around this table. Isaac has just left, just stormed out, leaving all of you to discuss your next steps. Of course, you have the 4 cards as part of definitely your main milestone levels for this game, because that's the way we're playing this D&D game, is with milestone levels. I will turn it back to you guys as you sit around this table discussing your next move. Irina and Ismark are here with you. She just came down. Ismark just got her some clothes. So you guys are, as a party, sitting around this table inside the Blue Water Inn.
Weren't they up in the room?
They had gone up to their room to get changed. They had just come down. And if I forgot that, then they have just come down at this point as we pick up the story. If you want to talk about them for a little longer, I can keep them upstairs for a minute. If you want me to step back out, we can
talk shit on him.
We'd like to talk some shit about you if you could go back to your room.
You guys go back up.
If you want to have a conversation without them, we can. I don't remember exactly where they were. It's been 2 weeks, so I'll keep them up in their room for a minute until you guys are done.
I mean, I think we've decided we don't want to talk about plans in front of other people at this point, so I don't think we're going to.
Yeah, the bar is kind of loud because there's 2 drunkards in the back of the bar making a lot of noise. There are 2 hunters in the bar who are not paying you any attention. And then there's the bartender and his wife and a child in the bar as well. It's a pretty big place. It's quite a few tables. If you talk quietly, you feel pretty confident no one can hear around you. If you want to have that conversation here, if you don't want to risk it, up to you. But I turn it back to you guys.
Who was the... was it just the major domo that mentioned the late wine shipment, or was it someone else? Sorry, remind me.
Erwin specifically said, "Sorry, this is the cheap stuff." When he served you,
right.
Because his family owns the winery. He said, but the shipment's been a few days behind.
Got it.
And then Isaac seemed very unhappy about it because he wanted the good stuff, basically.
Yeah.
And he suggested the Baron will not be happy about that as well. Okay, with that,
do you guys think? I mean, is the missing wine a thread that's worth pursuing to get some more depth of what exactly is going on here? Or do you think that's more of none of our business, don't need to worry about it, we're going to be out of here soon kind of deal?
I mean, if you consider this is not where we're planning to stay, I don't know that it's any of our concern. We have bigger fish to fry at this point. Figuring out what to do, how to protect these 2 long term, I think is our biggest concern. I don't know if we have any answers for that, even with our final destination planned.
I just want to play devil's advocate that finding and resolving the wine issue is paramount in to me. I think we absolutely need to get more wine in this town. Especially if we plan on staying.
Well,
is that Drew or Lysander? Yeah. Just so we're clear, who's saying that?
It's Lysander, yeah.
A little bit of both? Okay, just checking.
A little bit of both.
What do you 2 think? Look over at Roderick and Zora.
I think the children are more important than the wine.
All said.
And those 2 hunters are still here, who said they were looking for missing children. You didn't get any more than that. You just heard them kind of talk back to Isaac. And they're still in the bar. Looks like they're getting close to finishing up their meal, so they probably won't be here much longer.
Also, just so you know, I am sensing some sort of divinity here. Either the ground is consecrated or something. I don't know yet, but I feel like at the very least we should check out the church. I don't know what deity. Did we know what deity it was from coming in?
You do
at
not
this
know.
point. Okay. Whatever the check out the church and see what's up. I don't know if.
Do you
if
think?
it's strong
Do you think
enough
that
to
could be
repel
some
a
kind of?
vampire or not, but
You think that could be some kind of safe haven, possibly, like some kind of protection?
I
For,
think that it probably is a safe assumption. I think that it has more to do with keeping Strahd out than all of the parties they seem to be throwing.
I would agree with that, but I don't think at this point I don't know that I believe that anything is strong enough to keep him out if he really didn't want to come in. Strong enough to keep out his minions, most likely, at least the undead variety. But it would be worth investigating.
Does Ismark react to that at all? Like in terms
I kept them upstairs
Oh,
for now.
Okay, all right, never mind.
I can move it along and bring them down. They said they were going to come back down. I just couldn't remember if that happened. He did say that they were going to go check out the church. That was one of the things he wanted to do with Irina when they got here. So that was on his short list. He did say that.
Okay, cool. So we'll investigate that anyways.
I do also just want to point out, like, those kids already have 2 hunters looking for him. Nobody is looking for the poor wine. And honestly, do we really want to ingratiate ourselves by undercutting, some hardworking guys being scabs? I don't.
Well, I get the vibe that maybe I could talk to the hunters and maybe share a flagon with them real quick, or just kind of see what the money's like. I think I have that ability, possibly that vibe. So could see like the detail of what they're doing, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe they're a little
find out
loose lipped,
what
had a couple drinks.
Find
Maybe
out what
not.
the situation is.
Yeah.
That wouldn't hurt. Just to know what's
So
going on.
I'll when we break, I'll pop over and do that before they make moves to leave.
Okay. Any other conversation you guys want to have before I bring Irina and Ismark back in?
So are we all gonna? I guess are we all gonna go to the? Do you guys want to all venture to the church together, or should we break apart a little bit? Or I'm fine to roll together if we think that's the best move.
I mean, it's never good to split the party, but if we don't have anything else specific to do, I don't know if there's any need to.
Don't forget, I think someone was interested. I'm just reminding you guys. Someone was interested in the town square, which had the people wearing donkey heads in stocks. You learned that they kind of talked bad about the Baron as a reminder as well. There is a shop district as well here.
There's a whole big side mission brewing here. I think
There's lots. This is where so for our listeners, this is where the game, if you're ever running Curse of Strahd, this is where the game really opens up. There are many side stories here, big stories, little stories, that you can decide to take on or not at this point.
We're getting in a lot of hooks in the water, and I'm not one to leave a question mark on the map in Witcher 3, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm down to see what's up. But yeah, I do agree. Strength in numbers. Like we'll be smart about it. So
And keep in mind that we have these 2 tag-alongs for everything we're doing. So getting involved with a whole bunch of stuff where we're potentially putting them at risk unnecessarily doesn't necessarily make sense to me.
true.
There was also, I keep remembering little details. There's so many details about Vallaki. When you came in the shop district, you did see the odd caravan there in the mercantile, in the storage area. There was a giant covered wagon, a colored cart that basically looked like a circus tent, sitting there as well. That was something that caught your eye.
Specifically, what's their name? Vallani? What's the
The Vistani.
Vistani? Is it specifically Vistani or just like a colorful caravan type?
It looked Yeah, if you remember, Dragomir's cart actually looked kind of rough. It didn't, it did have some bright colors, but it didn't look anything like this. This looks distinctly different than Dragomir's cart. Now, it doesn't mean it's not a Vistani cart. Definitely has some of those vibes to it, but yeah, there's no way to be sure. Now, you do know the Vistani camp. There is a Vistani camp just outside of Vallaki as well. That's where Dragomir was headed, I believe, is what you were told. That he hung out. I know he's on your short list. The man who hooked you guys into coming here.
It was an easy hook for him on my part.
I know. I have activated the map officially of Vallaki in Foundry. And I've put some charts there to show you kind of where certain things are. Above you, as a reminder, is the lake, and on the other side of the lake is where the wizard has been seen. So I think that's all the side stories that are happening in Vallaki, or near Vallaki, anyways.
Fiona's place was up by the lake, right?
Yep. I just put it on there. It's just north of where you guys are at.
Yep. Sorry.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we got to go to dinner at Fiona's too.
Yeah, and it's about 1 o'clock, so you've got probably 5 good hours. And I can at any point move time along. If you guys want, you just tell me that, and I'll do that.
Well, Rivers, why don't you go talk to those guys and find out what's what with the children's
see what's
situation
up.
and then if they come back down, we can kind of talk to them about church and stuff.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Okay, you want to go over and have a quick conversation with them?
Yeah, go make it casual, snag another flagon at the bar, and then mosey over there.
Sure.
I'll go with them.
Okay.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you might want to have the person with charisma go along.
Oh, he's dripping with charisma.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
These are some rustic mercenaries. I thought that I might connect with them, but you're right. Why don't you and your silver tongue come along? What could go wrong?
I'm just here for support.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll come. Yeah, you weren't invited, but that's fine. Come on.
Okay. So you're going to go get some more wine from the bar?
Did we have a whole thing on the table?
Yeah, it filled up your cups pretty much. That's really all it did. So you want to go get some wine? That's the only thing they serve, Ethan, is wine.
Oh, shit. Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's cheap wine. It's basically a gold for 2 cups.
No problem. Throw
Okay.
in gold. Good to go.
Okay. Fills up 2 cups. You're gonna bring it over to the hunters. Okay. I will give you a picture of what they look like, but they'll look up at you as you approach. Go ahead.
Yeah, as I approach, I'll say, plenty of work to be had in Barovia for a couple like you, I'm sure, huh?
He just looks at you with a sort of gruff response. Yeah, what of it?
Always looking to make a little bit of coin as well. While I'm, since I have no choice of being here. What's this business about the children?
Looks up at you. It's Barovia. Kids are missing all the time. But it's been worse. Suddenly, a bunch of kids went missing from the orphanage.
No leads or anything? We've heard the same on our way here, and figured if I knew anything useful, I'd be able to help you out.
No leads yet.
We just brought back some kids. Is it the same kids?
Yeah.
No leads as to speak of at this point. It's probably the wolves. They live up north of the lake.
Some nasty business. Some nasty business at the windmill on the way here too.
Well, if you're stupid enough to go there.
Indeed. So who put you to this? Who'd you take the job from?
He looks at the mayor. The Baron.
And Doug, the Baron, is the same dude who's putting on the carnivals, right? Or the,
Yep. Yeah.
All right, cool.
The Baron. He doesn't like. He'll continue that. Sorry. The Baron. He doesn't like trouble in the town, but they're probably dead. So
Seems.
I'm in no
Baron
hurry
seems-
to go get myself killed. If we find him, we find him.
Baron seems like kind of a peculiar fellow. You work with him. You take jobs from him very often,
Not very
or
often.
mostly from.
Not very often, but he pays good.
What about that Major Domo?
He's a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a
what?
dick.
Just in case we venture out as well, what direction are y'all heading?
Well, the werewolves have dens up north in the Svalak Woods, predominantly. Gets worse when you get on the other side of the lake, so I wouldn't go that way if I were you. There's a werewolf den up there somewhere. A couple of them.
What about the other side of the lake?
This side of the lake?
The far side.
That's what I'm
Never
talking
been-
about. The
Oh,
far side.
okay.
Yeah, up in the hills. There's a number of werewolf dens, especially the further west you go. I'd stay away from those. I'd stay out of the woods in general, though it looks like you can probably handle yourself.
Been out towards Kresik recently, along that road.
Not if I can help it. They've gotten kind of isolated. They don't like letting people into town. So
Is that so?
that is so.
Self-preservation.
I think so.
uh,
There's some new religious leader that seems to have influenced the Baron there. They've kept to themselves for the last year or so.
Thanks for the heads up.
Of course, I would just find
True.
a nice, quiet place to stay here. Leave the hunting of the wolves to us, the professionals.
Oh, unfortunately, I don't think we have much choice in that matter. Doesn't seem like anybody does here in the valley.
That's one of the hunters.
These guys are grizzled as fuck. I love it.
And there's the other one. Which Pat will recognize. That was the picture I used for your character in the last game for the clip art.
I was like, I know that face.
I didn't realize it until we played this, which was funny. I would just leave it to us. But if you ever need a guide or any services, we're for hire.
Noted. Happy hunting. Lysander, you asking anything?
I thought you were serious and didn't want me to go.
Oh, you didn't go? No.
Yeah, I'll just all right. We'll just sit my ass over here.
Yeah. No, you were totally welcome to come along and pry them for information.
I gotcha. Yeah, so you think that where is the out of game? Where is the orphanage located?
The orphanage is right north of you. I didn't put it on the map, but it's like 3 or 4 buildings up the main road between here and Family's
Okay.
house. I'll put it on there now. I forgot about it.
And this guy is saying that wolves are responsible for the missing kids.
That's what he suggested.
He thinks wolves got into a major or a semi-populated area past a wall and abducted.
Yeah, this was all out of game. You were asking these questions, right? Or are you re-asking
Yes.
him?
That's what-
Okay, that is what he said. He said wolves,
Yeah.
werewolves specifically.
Whoa, well, that's different. That's, we're talking about, apex predators versus, sentient mythological creatures here.
Yeah.
Good distinction.
Yeah, good distinction, yeah. Okay.
So if you want to ask him any further questions, you are welcome to it.
Just out of curiosity, if I were to see anything that would be useful for you guys in terms of tracking a werewolf or spotting a werewolf, what would I look for?
Werewolves are easy to track. They leave bodies, carcasses, creatures in the woods. They don't hide their tracks, and they travel in large numbers, usually at least 6 or more. They're not hard to find. If you're stupid
So
enough to go
you've
after
seen werewolf tracks by the orphanage.
them. No, not specifically. But the wolves out here.
Makes sense why you would just think werewolves, because they're easy to
Well,
track and...
The werewolves packs around these parts tend to take children for making more werewolves. It's not an uncommon thing. It's just the first assumption, barring other evidence.
So is there
But
like
quite
a werewolf
frankly-
bar?
No, not in town here, no.
Okay.
But it's a safe assumption if they are gone and they've left the city, they are already dead. Not much survives in Barovia outside of these walls. So it's probably wolves. If they got out and it wasn't wolves, wolves have probably eaten them or taken them, as it were. There's been no sign of them in town, however.
Doug, they haven't.
If you
said
want to go,
catchphrase
if you
yet.
want to find them, no, they have not. If you want to go find them, you're more than welcome to it. We probably never will, which is why I'm sharing this with you. I could care less.
Do you have a description of any of the kids? And do any of them look like potentially that cursed doll that is sitting at our table?
I was wondering
Parts,
about that.
you know,
That
maybe
crazy
the
head.
hands one, the face of the other.
Does that right arm look,
Yeah, that right
comparable to
arm
what
kinda
they were
looks-
saying was missing?
Just imagine
Yeah.
Zora like.
Huh?
Thank you, Jeff. That was good. You don't know. You don't know. You are Frankenstein. You could be multiple kids.
No, none of them. No, none of them match. He will give you a description if you want. He'll give you a description of 3 nondescript children, pretty much.
Okay.
Do they match the descriptions of the 2 of them that we brought back?
No, they do not. No, because they said they were from Barovia specifically, the village of Barovia. That gets confusing with the whole area also being called Barovia.
Yeah, it's like Washington versus Washington State.
Yes, or New York, whatever. So yes, she, he will give you a description. It's 3 kids that have gone missing, but as he said, the werewolves here, they frequently take small children. It's not uncommon.
Gotcha.
So I assume that. I assume either that happened or they got out, someone else took them out. Whoever it was, it's probably been killed by wolves. Either way, wolves are probably the ultimate end to any story that is outside of these walls.
In Barovia.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes total sense. Well, sounds like you guys are a couple crack detectives on the case, so I guess we really don't need to go and investigate this, like, at all. Sounds like it's in good hands.
Sure. Like I said, you're welcome to it. But thanks. We get our money off of hunting wolves, and that generally keeps us busy. Maybe you can go. It sounds like Isaac's looking for someone to go head out to the Wizard of the Wines or winery. Why don't you do that if you're so hard up for cash?
I'm trying to, but it seems like all these guys are interested in saving little kids, so...
This shit is swell, he says as he takes a sip of the drink you gave him. There's not many bright spots here in Barovia, he says, and the wine is one of the few. I think it's the other one answers. And he nods in agreement.
Yeah, make sure you would you like a couple more wines before you go out and hunt wolves with potentially harmful weapons and whatnot?
No, we're not going out tonight, but thank you.
Gotcha. I didn't know if you were like setting up bear traps or anything like that.
While you're having this conversation, at this point, Ismark and Irina do come down the steps from their room, which you guys have 3. There's 3 out of 4 rooms you guys booked. The 4th room is currently booked, he said. He had 3 rooms out of those 4 left. One has 4 beds, one has 2 beds, one has 2 beds. They come down. They took one of the 2-bedroom rooms. She has changed and now wearing full clothes, not her nightgown anymore. She has her little short sword that she took out of her room on her belt. And the 2 of them join you guys at the table while you guys are having this conversation with Jeff, Pat, and Darren. See if you guys want to have any conversation with them before the rest of the group comes back while you guys are talking to the hunters.
I looked over at Ismark. You said you wanted to check out the church earlier. Did you have a specific reason why?
Well, my father knew the priest, Father Lucian. It might be a safe place. He might be able to keep us possibly at some place I could look at to keep Irina. It's worth a look. My father always said he was a good man.
Do you know what God, I just forgot the name, you said Lucian?
Father Lucian, yes.
What God he prays to?
There is only one Lord here in Barovia. Not that he's really present here as the Morning Lord. Not that his light sees the Barovian lands very often anymore.
Would it surprise you if I told you that I can feel some sort of presence here in that realm?
I do not know what that means. I'm not a priest. You feel something?
There's definitely some sort of sacredness to something here. I definitely sense divinity.
The St. Andrew's Church was supposed to be a holy place. St. Andrew was a powerful knight who came to these lands many, many centuries ago. He was killed trying to destroy Strahd. But it is said to be a holy place.
I definitely sense something. I don't know if I don't know.
He looks at Irina that we should definitely check it out. Perhaps he can protect you. We do not want to be a burden to you all. Once I find a safe place for her, however, if you ever need my sword, you have it. That is the least I can do.
Well, once Rivers and Lysander come back, we can go check it out unless we have something else anybody wants to do. And look at Rivers and our new guest.
Roger.
And we'll get it one day. Sorry.
Sounds like all anyone's interested in this town is the wine. Maybe we should go after that. If we control the wine, we control the town.
Well, it'll definitely get us within good favor of the Baron. I just don't know if we care or not. I think that's the question.
What's he going to do? Make us wear jackass outfits?
I mean, not if we get him his wine. I'm assuming not.
Well, they finish up their conversation with the hunters. Sounds like, unless you guys are going to ask anything else.
No, but I do. As our conversation ends, I want to. I'll say happy hunting out there, and give them a little cheers, and then say all will be well, right?
All is well.
All
or
is
no,
well.
is it all will be well? I gotta remember the catchphrase. Shoot.
I think all is.
Catchphrase. Oh, what is the
All
catchphrase?
is well is what I wrote down.
All is well.
Yeah.
All
is
is well.
right.
Yeah, I'll say happy hunting. Cheers. All is well, and I want to read their facial recognition, see if anything happens or not.
They shake their heads. Like, stupid.
All right.
Tourists.
Cool. These guys are real ones. We should fucking hire them for real. All right.
They are.
Yeah, I was
they
was
are
talking with
literally
you know,
forever.
John Bernthal. It was like great. It was incredible.
I'll head back to the table.
Okay. Yeah, you guys all get there.
Did you learn anything?
All right, everybody ready? We know where we're going.
No.
The church, right?
We don't.
No.
Well, there was the church. Yeah, I mean, if we were gonna, I still want to find out how Drod is tracking
All would be well.
The hacker's your name again?
Irina?
Irina?
I don't know if we're
You know, because, like, again, if it's magical and he can scry her wherever, like, it doesn't matter where we take her. If it is as simple as, like, you know, losing the scent of his minions, you know, we can think about possible spells or protections to help prevent that. If we are going to go after the werewolves and look into the werewolves at the orphanage, it might behoove us to also get weapons that would harm werewolves.
Might not hurt to have those regardless, whether we're going after those specific werewolves or not.
Yeah, we seem to have been encountering a lot of werewolves. It might just be hard to get those in general.
Yeah. Ismark will respond to that. The woods of Barovia are filled with wolves and werewolves. There is no question about it. If you can afford silvered weapons, or find them, that is always a valuable tool. Hard to come by, but there is I did see when I went down to the shops, there is a
Blacksmith.
thank you, blacksmith in town, it appears.
We can get
Well-
Jeff a silver whip.
Silver tipped whip, sure.
There we go. So
Your weapon automatically counts, Jeff or Ethan, as a magical weapon. It is considered silvered first. So
check the church, Calsolus. Okay. You can do a check there. You can see how what your intuition's saying. If you feel anything else, or if it's just the same, we can investigate and see if there's any information to be gained there. We can hit the shops, see if we can afford some additional gear to help us, and then clean up, be ready in time for Fiona's dinner party.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, church, first stop?
Think
okay.
so.
All right. Unless there's any discretion or disgruntledness on that, we'll move on. The two kids will follow you. Children, not really children, will follow you, and you guys can make your way out into town. You have the rooms paid for, so that's covered. You make your way into the street. It looks, as I described before, it is still a little after lunch. It is a gray, just a gray day, no rain or anything, but it is a dreary day with no direct sunlight. As you make your way into the streets, people give you wide berth. As you start making your way west towards the church, it's the far end of town. You get about halfway there, Darren, and you do feel the presence getting stronger a little bit. As you're getting a little bit closer to it, you see this giant church in the distance. Again, the city wall kind of covers all sides of the town, so you can see it really just butts up against the gate there. But the people give you pretty wide berth, and you'll note there's not a ton of guards. There's definitely a handful on the streets, and they give you looks for certain, but clearly you are allowed here. You can see they kind of look at you, give you a double take, and move on. But not a ton. Based on your walk from the main gate to the church, to the inn, and the inn now to the church, there's not a ton of guards here. Based on how many you've seen, it's probably no more for a city this size, 30 at most. You could imagine just how sparse you see them, unless they're all sleeping or all in a barracks or something. There's very few per block that you travel. But you make it. Most of this is residential area from here out. No real shops or anything. When you get to the church, however, you notice a couple of things. One, it is surrounded on one side by a large cemetery. And then across the street from it, you do see one shop. It seems to be attached to a small residence, but it lists it as a rare antiquities dealer. So you do see that down here by the church. And then you see the church itself, which I will grab my notes and describe for you. pull up the Church of Black.
Rare antiquities dealer sounds like somewhere where Lysander needs to buy something, some kind of ghost hunting fucking spectrometer or some shit.
You see
not like
Calsolus's horns start pointing in the direction as we start passing by it.
Totally.
I think we have
I'll get that fucking proton pack.
Doesn't do anything at all. Just like.
I mean, we are looking for an ancient tome, a mighty weapon, and an ancient relic. So
Maybe they're all at the antiquity shop.
We've collected them all. This is our microtransactions.
Yeah.
You can just
pay to win.
Just buy them.
Pay to win.
Pay to win.
Just buy your way straight to the boss fight. Hell yeah.
That's how we do this. When Bards attack.
picking up jobs in
level
Black.
6, level 7. How much can you afford? We're gonna
I'm
have to
actually
go,
a platinum when Bards attack member,
so
so
come back and buy that one.
I pre-ordered
All right.
the game.
This is what you see.
You could take the ARP discounts into consideration.
This slouching, centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked and stained glass windows depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church. And that's what you see. The doors, two big wooden doors that look like would hold up against a fight if necessary. They're thick doors. You only see doors on the front as you kind of come around from the front of the church. No side door as you pass that side.
How does the side yard and everything around it look? I know Barovia is kind of a drab place, but does it look like its upkeep is good?
It looks like it's been somewhat upkept, actually. Like the plants, the flowers, the bushes. It actually looks relatively well maintained. And
not
in the
like
graveyard,
the church in Barovia.
Correct. Yeah, it looks to be a little bit more well kept. It looks old by any means, ancient, but you can tell the outside has been upkept a little bit. And in fact, you see some yard tools and a shovel in the graveside. You can see kind of stuff sitting out. Look, it's been used. Probably gets used quite a bit on the one side of the church.
Okay, cool. So probably not having any screaming kids trapped in the basement. All right, much more comfort.
I can't promise that.
Yeah.
But it's up to you.
And then what about the building, the shop? You said it was a shop attached to a residence?
Yeah, it's basically right down here, right across the street. I can't do that anymore on this one. Can I? There it goes.
Yeah.
Down there.
Anything special about that as far as what we can see? Or
No, just looks like it just has a little shop sign in front of it. This is Rare Antiquities. Looks like a shop.
Shop.
I will put it on the map for you. Okay, do you want to head in? Is everyone heading in?
Now that we're here, is the whole...
The real question is, am I allowed in?
Well, there's questions to be
legit
answered.
question.
I didn't want to try to spell antiquities right now. You don't know. But does it feel stronger? Yes. However, to your interesting question, as you stare at it and look at it, you're not entirely sure it's coming from here. Feels like it's still close, but maybe not. It doesn't feel like it's right here. And you would know, hallowed ground is something you can feel. Like when you're in it, it is, you said it, it should ward off vampires. Whether Strahd or not counts, because he's maybe something more than a vampire, but definitely should ward off undead, vampire, ghosts, fiends, those kind of things. And you would know if you're in it. And
So
it
I don't feel like I'm in the...
feels like you're adjacent to it still.
Oh, so I'm not even in it? We're not even in it?
Doesn't feel like it. You can
So
just
I'm
sense
feeling
it.
it like it's...
Close. Feel like you got closer as you moved over here, but it does not feel like it's coming from this church.
Interesting.
And you don't have a God GPS, or just GPS.
I might.
God positioning system.
I mean, I've got a 17 investigation and a 16.
Okay.
I might.
Right now, the 7 of you are standing out in the streets. What do you want to do? Head in? Not head in?
I look at
Start walking towards the doors.
Roderick, hey, While they go inside, you want to go on a little mini adventure with me?
That was you, Roderick.
Right.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Where are we going?
This feeling that of divine power is close, but I don't know that it's coming from the church. And I have a feeling that if there's anyone else who might be able to help figure it out, it might be you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think you could be farther from the truth, my friend. I don't think there's a magical lick in my body. Although some weird things have been happening since we've gotten to Barovia. But, help?
At the very least, I could use somebody to back me up. How about that?
I got you.
Okay.
I can look
Okay.
tough.
You guys are having this conversation out loud, like in the group, right?
Yeah. What you guys go inside. I'm gonna look around a little bit.
Wait a second. I thought. Well, I don't know what to do in there.
You've got the kids can talk too, right? They wanted to come here.
They can talk, yes.
Yeah.
Is Mark and Irina?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Lysander knows what's up. Find out what's up. Okay, find out what's up.
What's up?
Okay.
All right, well, a curious plan, but a plan
Maybe
nonetheless.
damn, I forgot her name. What's Jeff's character's name?
Zora.
Zora?
Sorry, you want to come with us? Because I don't know how well like you're going to be inside there anyway.
Do I? Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Okay.
We're not going to go far, I don't think.
Okay. So, Rivers and Lysander, you gonna head in?
Might as well. We'll take Irina and Ismark.
Rivers
Okay.
and Lysander just getting it done today.
The actual.
Well, at least someone's going in, so I don't have to like RP myself here the entire time in the church.
Yeah. No, actually, yeah. Or Irina and they can go in, and Doug, you can just play the whole thing out for us.
Yeah, you just tell us what
Yeah.
happened.
I'm
Just,
joking.
just
no.
have them come back out and explain the whole conversation. Like, this is what happened. And he did this.
I mean,
Let's,
that could happen if that's what you want to happen. It's up to
Now
you.
let's roll in. We'll go with them.
All right, you guys head in. Door opens. You guys push your way in. I'm going to start with this group, but just so I know, Darren, what are you doing? What's this group doing?
I'm literally trying to like Zen concentrate on where we've gotten closer to it, obviously.
Mhm.
So like
He's doing the
direction.
father
You-
guide my sword thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do the
Dragon
father?
radar.
Yeah. Okay.
as much radar as I can. Like what? Like
I would like you to make a charisma check, a straight charisma roll. So you close your eyes, try to activate the GPS here, concentrate, focus on this energy that you sense, and that's what you're going to start doing.
I'm gonna add.
While that's happening, you can give me your roll here in a second. The four of you make your way into the church. You see, it looks very similar in structure and design of the other church from Barovia. So you see four sort of doors kind of in the front, short hallway that leads into a main chapel. The chapel itself looks very similar, but well kept. You can see a number of pews, but they're actually well built out. You see an altar, once again a statue to this Lord holding what looks to be a sun. Couple of stained glass windows with light coming in at this hour. And in the middle of the chapel, as the doors open, you see an older man wearing black and brown vestments. Very simple, plain, brown, long brown hair, long brown beard with some white gray streaks in it, who will turn and see you as you come in immediately. And what looks to be maybe an altar boy of some sort, probably 13, 14 years old, sweeping up in the back. You can see looks young boy, probably blonde, blonde hair, probably 13, 14, wearing very similar vestments, but just brown vestments, very plain. And he's got a broom and he's kind of sweeping and cleaning up. And as you walk in, the priest looks over and he starts to say something. Oh, I'm sorry, service is not. Oh, what? Who are you? Looking at you, Drew. He kind of takes you in more than the rest as this blue-skinned creature enters.
Yeah, I should really cast myself in this town.
Darren gets a worse reaction. Like, you don't get a scared reaction like normal. So clearly those are directed more at Darren's visage, but or Calsolus's visage, as it were. But this, yeah, he looks at you. I'm sorry. What are you? What? Hello, can I help you? What?
Yeah, where are your exorcisms? No. Hello, are you Father Lucian?
I am. I'm Father Lucian. And he kind of pokes his head around looking. He starts to say something and then stops. Wait a minute. Is he? Is that you? Is he? And he takes a couple steps closer to you all, and Ismark will step out. Father Lucian, yes, I am Ismark. This is Irina. Do you remember? Oh, of course I will remember. I haven't seen you since you were a small boy. He moves over, kind of pushes past you, Drew, and hugs Ismark. He kind of gives just a knowing look at Irina, a touch to the shoulder. What are you doing here in Valakia? I haven't seen you since you were children. Please, come in. I am Father Lucian. He looks at you, Rivers. He looks at you, Drew. Please, come in. And he'll kind of usher you into the chapel. It is fortuitous you are here. But why are you here?
Well, these two have run afoul of Strahd, and we need sanctuary for them.
Strahd? What is your father? Is he here? Ismark shakes his head and just gives him a quiet nod. I see. I understand. I am so sorry. He was a good man. Sit, please, tell me everything that has happened. And he's gonna kind of usher the two kids into a pew, and he kind of kneels down next to it to listen. And Ismark, unless you interrupt or want, he's gonna take at least 2 or 3 minutes to explain pretty much how you guys have gotten here. And he's not gonna leave any details out. So if you want to interrupt, he's gonna pretty much cover everything that's happened up to this point, and he'll start downloading. While that's happening, Darren, outside group, roll.
I rolled a 16 on
16.
my God detector.
On your God detector. As you stretch your senses out, you can feel this presence. It's definitely something here. Something somewhat close. It seems to be coming from, you're thinking maybe the northwest.
Like in the graveyard or farther away?
Further away.
In the town or farther away? Like outside of the wall?
No. Well, good question. Northwest of you is the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. As you're standing in the street, yeah, it's definitely in that direction, towards the wall.
All right. Let's head that way and see what we feel.
So you're going to walk, behind the church?
Yeah.
Kind of that way? Which side do you go through? Around the graveyard or on the opposite side? The graveyard is kind of surrounded by a fence.
I mean, if it's not coming from the graveyard, I'd probably go up the street.
Okay, and around the graveyard?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's what you guys are doing. It's a little short walk. We'll come right back to you guys, back into the church, keep things moving.
What kind of wall is it?
The wall is a 15-foot palisade wooden wall. It is fully secure. You see another gate. From here, you can see that there's another gate on the far side that continues to lead towards Krezk. And that is it. There are 3 gates, one on each side and one up north at the top of the lake that leads out to the lake. And from here, you can see there are, just like there was at the other side, the gate is closed, and you can see 2 guards standing by. Okay. You guys start making your way around, back inside the church. He finishes the story, and the priest listens quietly. When it's done, he turns to you, Rivers and Lysander. These children, these kids were once like children to me, and thank you for bringing them here. But I'm afraid I don't know that I can help you. He looks at Ismark and he just kind of looks very sad. This was once a holy place, but I'm afraid it is no longer that way. This is no longer a hallowed place.
And what of the village of Kresik? That was our intention as a bastion for Irina, so that we could get her somewhere safe and figure out what's going on. Do you know?
Yes, I mean, let me explain more, and then I will answer that question as well. But this was once a holy place. This ground was hallowed, and for many hundreds of years, this church stood as a safe haven for the people of Vallaki, where I have enjoyed the protection of the Morning Lord. But his presence is gone here. There is an artifact buried at this church, or was, anyways. The bones of St. Andrel himself were once buried underneath the church in the reliquary. Someone has stolen them. They are what made this consecrated ground.
How long ago?
3 days ago.
And you have no leads, no clue. Who else knows about this?
When you say that, he looks at you. He looks at the boy, and you see him kind of. Venek, can you go clean up in the office, please? Yes, Father. He says, and see him kind of scampers off. He waits for him to leave. He looks back. There is no one here that knew. Very few people that knew where their bones were here, or what created the hollow space here. My apprentice here, Venek, and the groundskeeper, Milovich. That is it. Milovich has been missing for 3 days as well.
Do you trust Milovich? Have you known him a long time?
I have trusted him. He has always been a faithful servant. He works part-time at the orphanage. He loves children. I saw that look.
Has he been hanging out at any werewolf bars?
Everything's connected with red yarn over here.
That's right.
He works part-time at the orphanage. He's a good man. He's a good man.
Actually turned into a werewolf.
Speaking of the orphanage, what of that business? Do you think? It seems like, and of course this land is a foul one, but it seems like more.
It is indeed.
More things have been happening as of late here in Vallaki. What of the missing children?
Missing children is not an uncommon thing, unfortunately. Like you said, this is Barovia. I'm not aware of anything more common, more recent, I suppose. This is news to me. But I have not left the church in a few days. I've been trying to avoid the Baron, quite frankly. I'm afraid if he finds out in any way that he may grow angry.
Seems that the Baron. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
It seems the Baron keeps people safe, but maybe rules with a little bit of fear and a little bit of an iron fist. No.
Yes.
So all the business in the town square seems a little bit much to me.
Yes, he is an extremist ever since his father died. And when he says that, he kind of says it cautiously. When his father died, he changed. But in the end, I think his heart is in the right place, but perhaps not how he gets there, so to speak. As far as your question about Kresik, I have not been to Kresik in many years. I have heard that a new religious leader, they call him the Abbot, has arrived there and has sort of rejuvenated the religious presence there in Kresik, but he also sounds like an extremist. So they say he is a powerful, powerful man.
Does he worship the Morning Lord?
Yes, as far as I know. That is the one god of Barovia. I know you are from other places based on your story, but Barovia has only had two gods technically: the Morning Lord and the Night Mother. It is her that has cursed this place.
And what do you know of Fiona?
Miss Wachter? He looks kind of like a sudden change in direction. Not a whole lot. She is not a woman to be trifled with, that much I know. Her family goes back to the early days of Barovia.
She's connected well with the Baron?
She does not like the Baron very much. She has spoken quite openly at once that she felt that she would do a better job as the Baron of Vallaki. Her family goes back to to Strahd's family sometime previous. Knew his father and whatnot. His father and mother. Before the curse came upon this land. She is an old noble of this region.
Either way, No, well, I was just going to say we need to find out what happened to those bones. You're in grave danger without them, are you not?
I
As
agree.
are the people of the city.
I agree. And if they were found, I think, Irina, you could be safe here. It should keep you. You would not be able to leave the church much, but I certainly could keep you safe for a time. With that, we swipe.
Fiona's not a Strahd sympathizer, is she?
Oh, you're asking that?
Yeah.
Not that I know of. Miss Wachter, in my few conversations, I've spoken with her a few times, mainly when her husband died. She came to me for grief and counseling, but she believes, like some in the village, that we should acquiesce to Strahd's wishes to protect the town. Fears that we will be the next Berez and wiped out if we challenge him too much, which is exactly what the Baron does. I don't know which answer is right, but there are some that do not wish to lay down and be slaves to Strahd, and there are others that feel like the Baron is right in his defiance. Madame Ava, who I was at least have met a few times, she had other thoughts about dealing with Strahd. Which is why I assume you are here. Now I'm going to swipe. The three of you, making your way around the far side of the church, you make it to the wall. It is definitely past the wall as you make it there. But however, from this vantage point, you do see something that you did not see before. To your right, behind the church, you see an area on the back side of the church has been dug up.
In the graveyard, or
Behind the church itself.
where the bones were at?
Yes, you know that out of game already. But yes.
Yeah. I look at Roderick. Do you sense anything?
Close my eyes.
Okay.
Do I sense anything?
Are you going to... You know you have this radiant power that you've touched a few times. Are you going to try to summon it up here? Or are you just closing your eyes?
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
At first, I was just going to close my eyes, but yeah, try to do that thing I did on the way back. Actually, on the way here, heal myself up a little bit. Try to summon the power to try to make myself feel a little better. I'm still missing a good chunk of hit points.
Okay. Same thing I said to Darren. Give me a charisma roll.
Oh, you better believe it.
I'm gonna. When I say that,
Yeah.
I look at him. I say, "Do you mind?" And I'm like sort of like half reaching out towards you.
Okay. Gonna give him guidance.
If you
Put my hand out. No, put my hammer out. Actually,
and I kind of like wave past. I wave, kind of like push past it, and like reach towards your temple, and
put the hammer
I say Lumina, and then I just sort of lightly touch your temple.
Okay. Yeah, charisma check. Straight charisma plus a d4.
That's rocking. Oh. Let's see. 11 plus 15.
It's going to be about the same roll as Darren, so you roll a 4. No. As you reach in, Pat, you definitely do sense something. There is whatever power you're connected to now that you've touched a few times. You sense it outwardly around you. It's weak. It's faint. Not sure which direction. It's all around you. Beyond that, no. Nothing more.
Open my eyes when I kind of come back to that. I can definitely feel something. That's weird. That's weird.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
Oh, I feel.
It feels like a strong pony.
I look down at Zora, and I'm assuming you don't sense anything. Ooh, you're muted.
Sorry about that. I don't think I have anything to sense that kind of stuff with.
That's my assumption.
I don't think she would. She's just sort of like, look at you guys like, what are you idiots doing?
Yeah, it's just two of them are just standing there with their eyes closed,
Yeah,
feeling
like,
the non-existent
I feel
breeze.
it.
Do you
Nice.
Do you want to feel it?
Just flex the bicep a little bit. You can touch it.
I'm really uncomfortable with what's going on. This would be like conversation. Yeah.
Luckily,
That's why we didn't invite
People
you.
being in the church is safer than being outside it, right?
Yeah, it's just like two grown people just like standing behind a church, be like, "Do you want to feel it? Do you want to? Are you trying to feel it? You trying to feel it? Yeah.
I feel it.
All the big kids are doing it. Don't you want to be a big kid?
That's right.
Oh God.
wow. Okay, this got awkward
That's actually
fast.
that, wasn't it?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
So it's
Ah,
obviously
okay.
on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I tell with any specifics where it's at, or is that just like because I'm not
With the
versed
12,
at
no, it was a DC 15. Darren just barely got it. Yeah, so you feel that it's out there, out here somewhere. It's faint. Darren, for you with your 16, you definitely felt like it got stronger here. So you're only, from when you started sensing it, it's probably no more than a mile. So if you're close to the apex, but you feel like it's gotten stronger, it looked, maybe a mile to 2 miles, probably in any direction is probably the, maximum distance could be. So probably deep in the woods.
I gotta say, in the woods. Got it. Okay. All right. Let's head back.
Okay. You guys gonna make your way back into the church?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
That probably all about the same amount of time where they're talking and catching up and going through all those details, and you guys make your way into the church. Father Lucian sees you all come in, does not react at all since he heard the whole story. He knows there's more of you outside. He sees you. He sees you, Darren. Please come in. And then sees Jeff. My word. Hells of Barovia, what's going on here? But please come in.
He's like, man, I really got to get those bones back. I got to
Yeah.
consecrate this place.
Freaking out.
Yeah.
My God. Fuck.
Like, yeah.
3 days, and this is the shit that walks in here.
Good.
I know they said we're supposed to accept everybody, but come on.
I'm not saying that's not on his mind. I'm not saying it is, but I'm not saying it's not.
I mean, Jeff is a couple of different people, so it is technically everybody.
How
So.
big of a party do you have now? It's like 12.
Yeah, it depends on how many times you count Jeff.
That's what I mean.
Around from the beginning of the line at the back.
But yeah, he welcomes you in. He introduces himself as Father Lucian. Definitely takes you all in hesitantly, but Ismark has told the story that you guys have protected him, and all he passes through.
So when I walk in and he's saying this stuff, I look at him Does he say anything to us when we walk in, or?
Hey, just please come in. Yes, as Mark said, you were okay. Please come in.
Do you know
I'm Father Lucian.
Do you know that your grounds are no longer hallowed?
By the morning, Lord. Yes. No, he'll tell the same story. He'll go through that way. We don't have to RP the whole conversation out. He will once again tell you all what has happened.
Do you know that it seems like these bones are about a mile that way?
I sensed that they were somewhat close, but that is impressive for you to tell direction. I can sense that they are near, but not. Are you a priest of some sort?
Of some sort.
Let's see.
I saw some area that was dug up behind
Yes.
the church. I'm guessing that's where you stored them.
That is the reliquary, yes, or was.
And the person that you who he said 3 people knew.
Him, the altar boy, which he said is in the office, and Milovich, who has been missing for 3 days. The groundskeeper.
So that means either Milovich is sold and ran off, your altar boy is playing you, or you're lying to us. Those are the 3 options.
I have no reason to lie to you. I will not take those sort of accusations
But
in my church.
You understand the situation,
That is
right?
just what a liar would say. Hold him down.
You understand that there's only 3 possible
I am aware. I suspect with the disappearance of Milovich, he has done it, though I do not know why. He was a good man.
Is it possible that your altar boy sold this person out?
I have questioned him, but I do not suspect that he is lying. I have no reason to suspect he is lying. Just a boy.
If I was going to use
Can we-
to
Can we see the reliquary?
Ravenspire,
Look around?
use a child to accomplish that.
It is as your friend has said. It was buried behind the church. You're welcome to investigate it as you wish.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna start making my way out there.
Okay. If and he'll reiterate, if you can find the bones, then you are, Irina, you are welcome to stay here. You and your brother are welcome to stay as long as you need. And I would be indebted to all of you. Okay. If you need anything, he will tell you anything. I've known these 2 kids since they were these 2 adults now. These 2 since they were kids. You are helping them. You're already in my debt. If you need anything, healing, anything identified, those kind of things, anything you would go to a priest for, I'm happy to help.
If you still have the power to consecrate water, we could use some holy water.
This I can do, yes.
All right.
And Darren, you have 3 magic items on you, which are technically already identified on your sheet, but have not actually been identified yet as well. Are you, once you investigate, are you leaving?
Is
We
there-
might.
out
At
of-
least,
out of game, is
yeah.
there a benefit to having him do it versus me doing it myself?
No, you can do it right now if you want. Doesn't cost any. I don't know if it costs you any spell slots, but
I can use a ritual spell.
yeah, you can do it later if you want, or he can do it while you guys are investigating if you'd like. It takes 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah. Well, while we're checking out the reliquary, can you check out these
Yeah.
items for me? I know they're magical. I haven't yet had a chance to investigate them myself.
Yes, I can do that. I'm happy to. And before you leave, please let me bless you in your journeys. It is not much, but may the light of the Morning Lord shine upon each of you. He will say a quick prayer, and he will cast aid on everyone for 5 hit points. 5 temporary hit points will last until your next long rest, roughly 8 hours.
Dope. Thank you, Father.
Should we stop back by here on our way out?
Anytime. You can cast it once a day.
If you do that again, does it stack?
No, it does not. Specific.
Just keep doing it. Just bring it on.
Yeah, keep blessing.
Okay, you're gonna go check out the bones or check out the reliquary.
Yeah, I'd actually do like an investigation check around there.
Me too.
Okay.
Go as well.
Okay, anybody staying in the church? Are you guys all gonna investigate as a small army into the back?
I'm gonna go. You guys cool if I go check out that antiquity shop real quick while you're doing that?
Sure.
Of course, just right across the street.
Yeah.
We should be able to hear
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna go-
screen if need be.
I'm gonna go pop in there. Worst case scenario, I never see y'all again.
Nice knowing you.
But I'll be right back. Never really
Oh,
liked
good.
church. Yeah,
We'll
come,
see
yeah,
that.
Zora, come with me. I'll just say you're my daughter if anybody asks.
Which one?
That's a good idea.
You know, I never really liked churches anyways. It's like my dad always used to say, you meet friends around a dinner table faster than you meet them in a pew. So I'm getting a little sweaty in here. Let's get out of here, Zora.
That one was oddly specific.
That was oddly specific.
And did it make sense too? Kind of.
Don't think about it too hard, all
I'm
right?
not. Okay, so you two,
yeah.
so Zora, are you going to go to the shop with them?
It's just saying.
Okay, so you two make your way over to the
Still at
antiquity
the shop,
dealer.
right? It's still a thing.
Yeah, it's just right across the street as well.
Yeah, it's close.
We can hear you scream.
Yeah. Okay, you guys make your way to the back. And Drew, you want to make an investigation check. So what you see is dug up. I'll tell you what you see first, and then you can make an investigation check for any more details. But it's clearly been dug away. Basically, there is a hole that goes down about 5 feet. It's a big hole. And underneath the church, there are what looks like two stone doors that can be pulled out, and they are currently pulled back. Inside, you can see what looks like an old sarcophagus. Quick, without making an investigation check, that's what you see. You can kind of look in. You can see the sarcophagus is empty.
I'm looking specifically for tracks.
Okay. Drew, are you looking for anything else in particular, or just a general investigation check?
I would like to. I mean, I was also going to look for tracks and see about like footprints. If we get an idea about like height of this person based on how big the hole is.
It's gonna be
If the
based on
tracks
how
go off in a
deep it was,
specific
yeah.
direction. Although it sounds like Kelsola said they are to the north.
Yeah, I can,
So, I
I
assume
can
you're
tell you
correct.
that the wherever the bones were taken, they're northwest of here. So I already know the direction they've gone. I'm looking more for identifying the size of, like, are we talking about a child or are we talking about an adult? Essentially, is what I'm trying
Right.
to decide.
Sure.
Or
and
if
for-
there are child and
Multiple tracks.
adult
yeah, multiple
tracks.
tracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And height-wise of the hole is defined by the door. You can see it's been dug exactly to the depth of the door to be able to open. So that won't provide any additional insight. But go ahead and make your investigation checks.
And there weren't any other holes. Like, they knew exactly where they were digging, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
This was clearly, they knew right where it was.
Yeah. Okay.
That much is for sure.
And I'm gonna guide myself on this check as well.
Okay. Meanwhile, you guys make your way over. There's a small shop with a house basically attached to it. And as you open it, there is, or as you step in, a little bell bing rings. And you see a small, very small little shop. It's attached to the house. You can see a back door. It looks like it probably leads into the house itself. It is a single story. It is probably not much bigger than 15 by 15 as far as the shop itself. It is tiny. There's a couple. It's like walking into like one of those little shops in like a little beach town. Like there's just a tiny little space, couple of little shelves, and a little desk or like a little counter with an older man. Looks to be in his 60s. Short gray hair, stubbly beard. As you come in, he almost seems like you wake him up. Like he's just kind of sitting in a chair. There's a book at the table, and he just kind of like, he's Jeff. Dear God, What is it you want? What?
Oh, we're just tourists here in Blackie.
By gods, of course you are. What?
We saw your sign and wanted to see if there are any fun antiquities that you had that we could take a look at and possibly purchase.
I see. Oh, thank God. I thought you were here to break in.
Oh, God, no.
You walked in the front door.
You also brought a monster.
For a monkey's paw for my very creepy daughter here.
Baby monster.
No, ask him. Do you have anything curious and new that you've got a keen interest in?
I have a few things. I don't know what all of it does, but the
Hell yeah.
every once in a while, people come through here, and people from faraway lands come through Vallaki from time to time. The hunters bring things to me for sale, and you can see most of the stuff on the walls is pretty mundane, but yeah, they almost like souvenirs, but
yeah.
You can see things that look like they're clearly from other worlds, like things that don't match any of what you've seen in Barovia up to this point. And you see a few knickknacks that really remind you of home, things that you've seen in Aerith. Clearly this is an eclectic collection of shit that's come from people that have probably died, that the hunters have probably picked off their bodies or killed, not sure which. But more than likely, as they're hunting out in the woods, any adventurers that have made their way through, they've kind of picked them clean and sold it to them. You see stuff from all over. But so he kind of directs you. Yes, I have many things. But are you looking for something more rare, or something from home? If you can see it here.
Yeah.
Or...
Do you have anything from the? Is it the Pangarin Highlands? I forgot. Where's my guy from?
Yeah.
Region.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything from the Pangarin Highlands. I hail from the far north, and I must admit I am feeling a little homesick.
Well, you can look around, of course, but I don't know where that is. Most of this stuff I don't know where it comes from, my friend. But
Look down at Zora. Okay, Zora, you can pick one thing, okay? And I'll pick one thing, and then we can buy them.
If you're looking for something more rare, I do have a few more rare items.
Let's see him. Absolutely.
You see him take a step over. Right next to his little desk here is a trunk, just a big old trunk. And he takes out a key, opens a lock, opens it, and he opens up the trunk. And you see it's filled with a number of things, which he just starts pulling out, kind of just throwing on the ground or on the desk, little things and knickknacks.
If my character is different, I'd be like, fucking clock him in the head.
I know.
Let's go.
I am fully aware. I appreciate that both of my groups that are playing this game have like a priest or somebody that's not going to just go execute this poor dude.
Yeah.
At least for now. I appreciate that.
I might be a priest, but I'm not above executing.
Well, okay. Fair enough.
Also, Kelsola seems to have like a kleptomania problem. Like,
Snagging the grave robbing on the way out of the fucking house.
Yeah. So he starts pulling things out. The first thing he pulls out is a rod. It has 3 tentacles, like almost like plasticky, rubbery tentacles off the top. It almost looks like a short, like rod with like almost like a whip at the top of it, but it's like giant, thick tentacles. Like they look like an octopus's tentacles. He sets that on the ground.
Continue. Tentacle rod noted. Hey, what's the next thing?
And I did roll these randomly, Ethan. Thank you.
I believe you.
This is a real item. This is a real item.
my table. I mean,
100%.
Jesus Christ, dude.
What's next?
Is this game rated?
He pulls out. Next is a battle axe that looks very nice. It is. You can see it's a silver axe with a gold inlay on either side of the blade of this battle axe. He sets that down on the counter. Attached to the top of the trunk, kind of like pinned into it, you can see what looks like a nice scale mail armor, but it looks thinner and nicer than typical scale mail armor. It looks to be made out of mithril of some sort, which is not quite the Lord of the Rings mithril that's like worth like millions of gold coins. In D&D land, mithril is just a super light version of armor that basically takes the stealth mod out of whatever that armor is. So it's a scale mail that's mithril. He pulls out a scimitar, which is also kind of bright silver, but has a red edge across the blade at the top of it, or all the way along the edge of it, the one edge. He pulls out a bag, sets it there, and then finally pulls out a white ebony little statuette, about the size of a baseball, of a fly. Looks like a giant fly. And he sets all that out.
You say white ebony?
Yeah, white ebony fly, basically.
Is it possible?
I'm
Does it
sorry?
have any black by its nature?
No.
That's what makes it a rare trinket.
Oh, I see. I don't know. Well, slow
Point
me
at the,
up.
point at the last two
It's a
things.
confused trinket.
What do these do? The bag and the fly.
These are interesting ones. The bag is I've used some of it, but has special dust in it that
Coke.
Oh, rare trinket.
Magic
found.
indeed.
This
Shit
guy,
gets
man.
fucked up, dude. I'm telling you, primo stuff.
Trying
This
to
guy.
start to make it fish, dude.
What's
This
it
is-
do?
Taking bits off of it, rubbing it on his teeth.
Yeah.
this is dust of that can make you disappear for a short time.
Oh wow.
Angel dust.
But do you really disappear, or do you just feel like you disappear? All right, I'm done.
It is
And-
called
and-
Dust of Disappearance. It will cast
And the statue?
invisibility. It has 3 charges. I will just tell you that in case someone wants it. It has 3 charges. It affects 2 people at a time, up to 2. This I do not know what it is. I think it is clearly magical, but I'm not entirely sure what it does.
Got it. Very interesting.
Yes.
How much?
Interesting things.
What are we selling everything for here?
Well, it varies, of course. The rod is 500 gold. Whoa. The axe and the scimitar, 750
What's the rod do
gold.
exactly?
What's that?
What does the rod do exactly?
I was told this was used by slavers in some worlds. It can entangle someone. The tentacles can entangle a target.
Give when he says 500 gold, give like a well, clearly don't have that much money kind of like eyebrow raise. 500 gold,
Oh,
indeed.
Now you know why nobody's here.
Yeah.
These are discounted for normal D&D magical items prices. So yeah, the rod 500 gold, the battle axe and the scimitar 750 gold, the armor 500 gold, the dust of disappearance 500 gold, the ebony fly 750 gold.
You know what it does.
Correct.
Well, we've got some we've got a couple traveling companions nearby. Maybe we'll check in with them and possibly come back for one of these nicer pieces.
Of course.
Thank you for showing them to us, though. Gosh, very interesting. And then I want to quickly check the baubles and see if he does have anything that I recognize as from the North Highlands.
Not well. Actually, the vortex point was pretty close to the North Highlands. So yes, you find a couple of things that look like were probably used by some of the Highlands, like mountain folks in the region. A couple of small
It's like a little trinket,
items,
little ring.
little trinkets.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to buy one. I want to buy a little vortex point or whatever northern ring.
5 gold for a little ring.
Thank you.
Little memento
Zor, do you
of
want
honor.
anything other than the fucking extremely expensive magical items? Like a little souvenir?
Do they have like any dowels?
Are you asking him that, or are you looking?
Yes.
Oh, you're asking him? No, I don't
Yes.
sell any don't sell any dolls, but Blinksy's does at the far end of town.
Oh, good.
East end of town, near the marketplace.
What do you have that's made out of silver?
These two weapons, the sword and the axe, are made out of silver. But beyond that, no, I
Those are
don't have
500
much.
gold each, you said?
I'm sorry.
Those are 500 gold each?
Yes, 750.
Oh, Jesus.
Magic shit ain't cheap.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wine
Oh,
job's
man, I guess
looking pretty
it's
good
mostly-
now for some money now, huh?
Yeah. That's a good
Got lot
point.
of money.
I didn't
See
say
what
it doesn't.
Fiona's all about, you know?
She looks wealthy.
She might be able to front something.
She might. Okay. You guys done in the shop then, I assume?
All done.
Yeah.
If you are, Zora, yeah.
Give you
Yeah.
some things to save up for if you want. Okay. The investigation checks. Drew, I saw a 12. I'm going back to the sheets. I forgot it now. 9. Excuse me.
Yeah,
9 and
there we go.
24.
24.
All right, you guys look together, kind of looking through. You find a couple of things. One, the tracks are a single person's tracks. They clearly moved over to the shovel that you see over in the cemetery that I pointed out when you walked by, and some of the gardening tools and what have you. You can see someone moved over. It literally looks like the tracks go right to where that shovel is currently sitting, and then moved back to the back of the church, and then moved up the wall. And you guys can kind of follow it along a little bit if you want, and keep following it if you wish. But it looks like there are absolutely tracks, relatively recent, that head kind of northeast along the edge of the wall. Depending on how far you go, we'll
Did
answer.
they go over the wall or did they follow the wall?
They're following the wall, at least from what you can see within, a couple hundred feet of the church, unless you want to continue going further.
I mean, I'm going to keep following unless, at least up to the gate, unless Lysander says something.
Well, it's going the other way. It's going up.
Oh, it's going east?
Yeah, it's going up towards the orphanage.
Well, it's going up towards the other gate.
Or the other gate.
The
Yeah,
north
or
gate.
to Lake Zarovich.
Lake Zarovich, yes. Which is named after Strahd. It's Strahd's last name. Strahd Zarovich. Okay, so you're going to keep following it? You going to wait for the others to catch up before you do, or what does this look like?
Like how far ahead can I see him go at this point?
You have to kind of walk pretty close to see them. You
Yeah.
can't. They're not like like an eagle.
So
So.
they're right, but they're good going. They're not
Yeah.
like going up the wall or
Nope,
anything.
nope. For now,
Yeah.
they're going up.
The assumption from the movement,
Yeah.
at any point in time, they could have gone up the wall.
Yes.
So I should be able to assume they're probably headed towards the gate.
You can assume that for now. Yes.
Okay. Should we wait for the others? It looks like they're. My assumption, based on what we're seeing, is that whoever took this went out the northern gate, which is odd.
Yeah, with my 9, I just assume that you relay all that information.
Yeah. I do think it's odd that they went out the northern gate instead of the western gate.
Well, based on the fact that the orphanage is also experiencing werewolves, of all things, I'm curious as to see if there is a non-disclosed way of getting past the wall.
Yeah, we can follow these tracks along, but I'm just. I'm skeptical that whoever stole these also went and stole children at the same time. That seems like a bit much to try to pull off in one heist, but I guess it's possible.
Well, you got to diversify your portfolio. I mean, you just don't.
I get that, but I don't get them doing it all at the same time.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. That is
Well,
ambitious.
So we can wait for the others.
Yeah, the others catch up. We can keep the group relatively together, finishing up at the shop, and you can follow the tracks.
Yeah.
They go up probably a couple hundred yards, and then right about where on that map you can see that little square, not conveniently, just generally where it is, which I will highlight. Get to about here. Nope, not that one. This one.
Okay.
You, Drew, you called it. As you're looking, Darren, you see the tracks kind of divert directly to the left towards the wall itself. And with your active 24 investigation check, I'm not going to make you keep making rolls. You can tell that there's tracks that led here, and it looks like part of this wall, as you look at it, can absolutely be opened here.
I'm just gonna walk up to it and just go.
Yeah.
Just elbow it.
Yep. It's like a moment from Clue there. Did you see kind of... yeah, you can see it. It's
I
clear.
thought there was like a picture of like a half-naked lady over it or something.
Yes.
You know?
100%.
Yeah, you can tell this wall has been... it moves aside. Doesn't look like it's supposed to. Like, it looks like it's been kind of juried up to stay there, but you can see it moves. I mean, it doesn't just open. You'd have to, like, shift it and lift it and move it. But you can tell it's loose. There's a couple of planks here that are clearly loose.
There we go.
And we are, me and
tracks,
Zora are with them. Sorry.
Yeah, I assumed you guys caught up. And
Yeah, my bad.
Was I able to gauge the size of footprint?
One person's footprints, human, male. Maybe not male. Can't tell that. Sorry.
Child or adult?
Adult. That's what the word I was looking for was adult. Adults. Footprints.
But they look like
Old.
big footprints, not like a lady's
there.
footprint.
Yeah, they look like they look like a good man-sized boot, 6 foot tall or high or taller.
Big footprints.
Bigger than the child that they saw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or the priest. So the child's out, but the priest isn't necessary.
Doug, with the tools that are next to the area that was dug up by the church, did he have like a tool shed of some sort? The idea is like, were those his tools?
They definitely look like the tools of the church. You can see there was quite a few of them there for things like pruning bushes and what have you.
Like whatever was used to dig the hole, like to pull some of the ground away and things like that. Does it look like, say, the spade that was used for the groundskeeping, or the hoe that was used to?
Yeah, so Darren saw the tracks from the hole go straight back over to where the tools were. That shovel that is sitting over there is likely the shovel that was used.
I'm sorry.
And it is... Nope, it's good. And it's with the rest of the groundskeeping tools.
It's the same shovel.
Very guilty looking.
Yeah, and they put it back. It appears.
They didn't know they'd have a demonic bloodhound checking out.
You hear a crack of thunder in the distance.
Ominous.
Maybe we should get inside. Look at the sky. Does it look like rain?
No, not anytime soon. There are some darker clouds pretty far to the east, the way you came currently. And it sounds like you came from that direction, but looks a little ways out still.
Any fog? Any mist?
No, not immediately around the city, or the village, excuse me. Within the forest, well, you can't see the woods from here. Never mind, you're too close to the wall.
Well, we can see through the wall here, though.
If you move it aside, sure. If you want to kind of shift it a little bit and kind of poke your head out there. There's a little bit of mist out there, but...
I want to look to see if I can see the tracks on the other side of the fence.
Okay, you want to move it?
Please look, yeah.
Okay. You guys slide the thing. It takes the effort of... It would probably take 2 people, or 1 Roderick.
Just kind of like nod to Roderick. Can you take this one?
It's pretty.
I was hoping it was
big.
going to be like the Kevin roll, where Kevin got like a 24 and started moving it, and I just like caught up, like, oh yeah.
I got this. Yeah,
You
sure.
got it. I'm gonna let you roll
Yeah.
it.
No roll necessary. It's not. It doesn't require that. But you could tell that this would have taken two. If it's an ordinary human, 2 people to move it. And as you pull it away, and that's really the point of my next statement, Darren. As you pull it away and kind of step out, there is a different set of tracks leading out directly towards the woods.
Werewolf shape?
No, not werewolf shaped, but definitely a different type of boot. A little smaller, not necessarily more feminine or anything like that, but you can tell it's different.
So hand off. Is that a safe assumption?
Yep, and then the tracks move. The original tracks head back towards town, directly west. Excuse me, east. Directly east.
Toward the orphanage?
Towards the orphanage.
Okay. When I
Well,
sense
do you want to go towards the orphanage, or do you want to go outside the city?
when I sensed the bones out there, did I sense that it was moving or that it was static?
You didn't get the sense that it was moving.
Okay.
The presence is felt pretty fixed
Okay.
at this point. I can't guarantee that.
Right, but I haven't felt it like moving away
Nope.
from me.
Nope.
Okay. What time is it?
It's now, is it about 1 when you were done eating? 2.
So, okay. My thought is, as of now, whatever I'm sensing out there, it's not moving currently. And it's, who knows what we are going to run into out there before it gets dark. I don't know that we want to get stuck out in the woods. We don't know what we're doing, and we have somewhere we're supposed to be for dinner. So it makes more sense to me to check out where these tracks lead here, and maybe, depending on what happens after dinner, check out the woods in the morning. Just my 2 cents.
You're right. I mean, just to back up that thought, like, there is a lot of different directionality in the woods, whereas there's a confined space of where these tracks are going in the city. So, and we might, by tracking down this Milovich guy, find out where the bones are on the other side.
And if it's been 3 days and it doesn't seem to be moving, there's no reason to assume that all of a sudden they're going to start moving now. And based on what I'm feeling now, I should be able to pick up the tracks again if it does move.
Well, you're also, I mean, you still haven't, I mean, there is a flaw in that, like, these people are going to be doing something with these bones. Like, they didn't just steal them to steal them. Like, there's a purpose behind them.
Well, the purpose
So-
would just be to remove the barrier for Strahd and for his minions.
To get
Could be.
access into the town, maybe.
I mean, maybe that thunder is them trying to hit with a hammer and destroy them. I mean, you
Wait,
don't
when
know.
did we share? When did our plans get? Actually, literally look around, and see if there's anybody watching us right now.
There is not.
Remember when we were talking about our plans being, overheard in the first place, and they saw us? That was like literally just? This has all been like the same day. This is the.
It's literally been 1 day.
Yeah.
9 episodes. This is the next day.
Yeah, it's been 2 days.
Crazy
It's been 2 days.
I was like, it's not been 3 days though. I take it back.
No.
So
Yeah.
when Lysander says maybe the thunder was them hitting it, did I sense anything change?
No. No, and the thunder seemed like it came from the east, not the west.
Oh, I
don't think
see.
it was that. I don't think it was that.
It looks like storm clouds. I mean, deep in the distance.
Never believe it.
My assumption would be they've been removed so that Strahd's minions can come in here.
Could be. Maybe that's what those storm clouds are. Is Strahd like making his way here now?
Maybe. I mean, I have a feeling Strahd himself could come regardless, but there's still at this point they're close enough that I can feel their presence here, so there's probably at least enough of a barrier that's going to keep out some lesser undead for now.
Right. That also, I mean, it also rules out, like, to your point, who among Strahd's members could, go in and get a reliquary, like, or touch, like, sacred bones,
The Blocky, any of them.
Vistani,
The
you mean?
Vistani,
Yeah, the
sorry.
Vistani.
The Vistani, any of them could do it.
Or a wolf. Werewolves.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily.
Pretty much not undead. Undead would not be able to physically take them.
Gotcha.
But, yeah. Yeah, it could have been a wolf, sure, but it could also just been someone who, I mean, yeah, we already know that the Vistani are
The wolf.
sort of versatile to him. He could have just had one of them do it. He could have paid off this Milovich. Who knows? Like, there could be any number of reasons. But
We
if we
could-
follow these tracks, we might find out.
Well, there is a
So you're-
Vistani
alright.
camp. There is a Vistani camp, Ismark will say, just outside of town as well, not far to the west.
I say we follow these tracks, see where they lead, figure out what we can figure out today, and in the morning we go check out where the bones are at. That's my vote.
Seems as good a plan as any.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I don't hear any disagreements.
No, let's do
So,
it.
you want to follow them into town to the ones heading back
The
west,
original-
east.
The original tracks.
The original tracks. Okay. Do you reclose the gate or the wall?
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Reclose
Well,
the
I
wall.
asked Roderick to do it.
Okay. Okay. The tracks lead directly west or east. God, I really have my directions backwards tonight. Directly east from this point, kind of east and a little northeast, and pick up directly on the street, right around here. They kind of come back around. I'll highlight it. Kind of comes up from here, kind of goes northeast, and drops off somewhere around this area, and ends up back on the road. And from there, the tracks are impossible to tell on the cement, kind of cobblestone street.
And we're in like
But they were definitely heading further east. You know, the direction was east generally, unless they stopped and turned around.
this is just like suburbs at this point, right?
Yep, yep. It's all residential back here.
Can I gauge from the direction that they were headed when they disappeared where they were going?
East.
Just straight east?
Yes, east onto that road, which could take you anywhere.
Yeah.
To the north road, to the west road, or the east road, if you really wanted. But you would probably think north or east would be your two choices. The orphanage is just directly that way.
To the
inn.
orphanage.
The inn is not far from I mean, it's right on the way to the inn, the orphanage, or to the eastern walk, essentially.
Did we ever identify who had the fourth room at the inn?
No, you did not.
And how long did they say that they checked in before? Because they were there before we were, right?
It was already filled. You did not ask that question.
Fair.
I want to commit to memory at least the size of the boot
Okay.
for this track.
Check.
Like it.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Tracks in here, fellas. And
Well,
multiple children.
dead end here for the tracks, but
I say we go out to the woods, Bismarck says. We find these bones right now.
what about our dinner date?
I don't know who she is, nor care.
She seems like she could be a powerful ally in our
Especially
endeavor.
if you're going to be staying, or if Irina will be staying here, we would want to know what who the power is in this town.
I don't know who to trust. I trust Father Lucian.
Well, at this point, we can't trust Father Lucian because we can't rule him out as being a suspect.
He raises an eyebrow when you say that. It seems very unlikely.
Which makes it more likely.
What time?
I don't know what that
time-
means.
What time are we supposed to meet Fiona?
Probably about 4 hours from now, give or take.
Plenty of time for a quick little adventure.
Instead of going to look for the people, does anybody think it might be a good idea to just wait and see if someone tries to access the door from the front of the back? That way we can catch them going thither or yon.
The door to the reliquary?
The door.
Well, the door that goes
Or
outside
door
of
to
the town.
wall. Yeah,
The wall.
yeah.
See if anyone else is using that wall.
I mean, we could, but I'm assuming it's going to be at night. Not that there's too many people using it in the middle of the day, but
Another crash of thunder.
I say we go after the bones.
I agree with Lysander. That's not Doug suggesting something. That's what Ismark would say.
When we were, how fresh did the prince look again?
Well, he told you they were stolen 3 days ago, so you can assume that.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Why don't we follow the tracks, see where they lead for just a bit, maybe, see if we get anywhere after.
Well, I can tell you
30 minutes.
based on what I can sense is that it is deep in the woods. I can tell you that without going out there.
If we're gonna do that, we would obviously want to do it during the day, right? So,
right. I mean, it is day, but I don't know how long.
We have a few hours till sunset. Probably three good hours before sun will start to set.
What does everybody think we should do?
Let's give it the old college try. I mean, get up behind the wall if we get out too far, and if we go out an hour and sunset is in an hour, we go back.
Yeah, I mean, based on that, if you travel for about an hour and a half, you can get back before sunset. As long as you turn around.
Is our time better spent doing that, or better spent checking the blacksmith or any of the other minor tasks that we wanted to accomplish while we were here? Or is there another aspect that I'm forgetting? I mean, there is the whole northern werewolf cave situation, but I don't think that's going to be something that we want to address within 3 hours. So.
No.
No, that would take many, many hours.
The question is do we want to start venturing into the woods this late?
This late in the day.
If it means making a safe place for Irina, we should go.
It's like Roderick Stato used to say, a good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow.
That
This is a good plan.
Did he say that?
Look at Lysander. My dad used to say that. Look at Roderick. I say we follow the trail for an hour, and if we get nothing, then we come back.
I like it.
Okay. Before we go, I want to head back to the church and grab my shit.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. It's not far.
Don't worry, Calpolus. What's the absolute worst thing that could happen?
Oh, don't say that.
Okay. You go pick them up. You have 3 new magic items. Darren, do you have the original list I put on your sheet? Because I barely remember what they were. So, for the group, there is a pair of boots. They are boots of nimble jumping. Why don't you click on that for me? He'll tell you what they do. While wearing these boots, you can cast the jump spell 2 times per day. The spell lasts for 1 minute. Increases your dex score by +1 and your speed by +5 at all times. There is a ring of elemental control, which is why Darren took half damage from the fire, because he was holding it. It has used one of its charges for the day without you knowing. So that was the wrong one you marked. That's the boots still. The next one, so the Ring of Elemental Control provides the wearer with the ability to summon elemental energy or absorb elemental energy. The ring has 2 charges per day. They were set at dawn. Charges can be spent in one of 2 ways. One can randomly summon an elemental energy and channel it through a weapon. The weapon will deal 1d6 damage for 1 minute of the randomly rolled element on the table below. Cold, thunder, lightning, fire, acid, necrotic, radiant, or you can pick. It's a d8. Or it can be used to cast the spell Absorb Elements. If it is cast in this way, the ring will store that particular element and allow you to channel it through the weapon for 1 minute. Finally, is Morgoth's Agility Stone. This is a very rare item. It's about the size of a racquetball ruby, if you recall. While wearing this gem or holding this gem on your person, if you speak the power word, which is an Elvish word for swift, linta, you are granted a burst of swiftness for 1 minute. Your movement speed is increased by 10. Your dex increases by +2. Your AC by 1 automatically, and dex saves are made with advantage. Those are the 3 magic items you picked up from the
Corpse.
from the corpse inside the windmill.
Thank you for this gift, Calsolus. I will take all 3. So generous of you.
Yeah.
Do any of those require attunement?
Like it,
Any one of you, you'll have to attune to them.
Yeah.
Someone, whoever takes them. I'm okay with you attuning on a long walk. It's fine. So if someone wants to take these and attune to them while you guys are searching, you may do that.
yeah, I'm gonna. So I'm definitely keeping the boots.
There's no discussion here.
And yeah, I mean, she's definitely keeping the boots, and most likely the ring. The stone I was curious about giving to somebody else, but I wasn't sure who it made the most sense to give to.
The stone's intriguing to me.
I wasn't sure who would benefit the most from.
Boost in AC and speed.
Everybody gets boost from A, but like.
Man,
yes,
I don't think anybody would not benefit from that for sure.
I've already got the cloak of protection, which is giving me a bump to the AC. So I'm
It's not full
honestly-
time. It's not full time. It's an active use bump.
It's two charges a day.
Yeah, it's not always on. Essentially, you have to turn it on.
It's basically
Shazam.
for 1 minute means for 2 combats. 2
Yeah.
combats in a day, which
I'm
These are long
fine to
days
give
of
it to either Zor or Lysander, whichever one of them. You know,
Yeah.
whichever one of you guys.
I was originally thinking Lysander before Zora joined us, but I wasn't sure what made the most sense at this point.
what's it gonna be?
It works for me. Works for you. Works for me.
Lysander's not even here.
Oh,
There he is.
I'm gonna potty break.
okay, good. Lysander, do you have or Zora who wants to take it? Sounds like he's offering it to one of you two. The Stone of Swiftness.
I think Zora, you should take it. I think my duties keep me in the rear with the gear.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take it.
So Jeff, if you look for a piece of equipment in the managed inventory, it's called Morgoth's Agility Stone.
Okay.
You'll want to equip that and attune to it. There, remember to mark off 1 charge of the elemental ring.
I did already. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And once Jeff has it, you can delete it off your sheet, please.
Yeah, let me know once you find it, Jeff.
I'm not even sure
Okay.
how to find it in Foundry
Go
yet.
to
No, you're gonna do it in D&D Beyond on your character sheet.
Oh, I see.
manage inventory under inventory, and then just type in Morgaths, Morgath.
Let me get to my guy first. 1 second.
Okay.
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, just copy it.
Yeah, you can put it in the Discord chat.
Our inventory.
There you go. Very good. I'll let you work on that. Okay. Equipment dispersed.
Not really.
Well, somewhat dispersed. You're going to head to the wall, open it, and head out into the wilderness, it sounds like. That is unexpected. Okay. I never know what to plan for with these groups. Okay. Joys of D&D. All right, you make your way.
Almost TPK'd.
Nope. I'll let you know once that event occurs.
My guess was
Fair enough.
I was going to guess that they got into a fight with the Major Domo dude.
Well-
I do have one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
One quick logistics question. My
Yeah.
short rest thing did not work again at the end of last session. I just remembered. So should I just roll 2 hit dice?
Yeah, however many hit dice you have left, yes, you can roll and just add it to your healing.
Yeah, alrighty. Nice.
And technically, the priest said he would heal, right? If we were there.
Yeah, he can heal. Yeah, if you guys want to take a minute to just get healed so you don't use those hit dice, Ethan, you can just restore your hit points. I'm not going to bother rolling it, but he can cast enough healing to bring you back to full.
Okay, sweet. And then where are your hit dice tracked on your character sheet and beyond?
When you hit the short rest, you'll see a little pop-up come up.
Got it. Okay.
And that's where you mark them off, and then it should roll them. You have to mark them first, then hit roll, then hit take short rest, I think is the order of operations. But yeah, the priest, since you're going back to get the magic items, he can heal you. He'll do a prayer of healing. If anybody's down, you should be at full +5 with the aid.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Did you find it, Jeff?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Cool. All right. No, but speaking of, yes, so the one character in my group has a pet bear with him, and so it shows up everywhere. And no, the guards don't love a bear coming into town. Isaac did not love the bear coming into town. There's been a lot of threats happening on that front. But
I hope that wasn't the down party member they had to drag out with like a full fucking bear.
It was actually. He is the one that went down.
Bring him up there.
Pretty much because his bear got left behind, he went back in and got himself knocked out. What's that?
Can he summon a new one?
He actually has a real bear. It's a slightly made-up class, homebrewed class setup. All right, you guys make it outside of the gate, or outside of this hole in the wall. You can tell the tracks, different set of tracks, head up into the woods. Would you like to track them? Okay. I don't remember what the roll for tracking is. Survival, perception. Hold on. Roll for.
We all basically
I think
tracking
it's survival. You could do survival or investigation or perception.
Yeah, I think that's right. That's whichever's higher. I'm fine with. Yeah, survival or perception. I agree with that.
Or perception or investigation?
I think it's. Hold on. I can never remember which one this is.
Your call.
How's your man wisdom survival?
Investigation.
Survival is what it looks like.
Or perception.
Or perception. I'm fine with either one.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and guide myself on that.
And anybody that wants to make rolls, if you want to all make an attempt to track.
I will.
Unless you want to do something else.
I will help with the survival check, so somebody can roll it with advantage.
Okay, who are you helping?
Yeah, who are you helping?
You can pick one person to give advantage to.
Who has the highest survival check?
I rolled a 20.
I got an 18. I have a +3, but
I'm rolling +6 on perception.
I'll take it.
So I think
You've got it.
Yeah,
so
we're
you
pretty
held.
good.
I heard multiple successes there. You make your way into the woods, and you can tell the tracks definitely lead pretty far, or continue to lead northwest, and then start turning much more directed north pretty quickly. What's the pace you guys are trying to make here? Is this a fast pace, like track and move, or is this slow? So I guess the question is carefully, quickly, or quietly. So slow, normal, or fast, basically, is the question I would like to get
What
answered.
am I sensing as far as we get into the woods? Like how...
As you make it into the woods, you can definitely sense it getting stronger. There's no question about that.
I don't know. What do we...
I think we go quick at first, and then as we get closer, or as the Kelsolus's feelings intensify or get stronger, we start moving more deliberately.
Okay, so trying to move fast.
Not quickly, yeah. Especially with the impending sunset.
Sure. Okay. You make your way out into the woods, kind of northwest, and then kind of direct north. You feel like you're headed pretty directly towards the lake. The tracks not easy to track, so it was actually pretty high DC, but you guys definitely made it. It's just harder because the ground is hard. It's muddy. creatures kind of move through these woods. You see the tracks of other creatures out here, wolves, deer, and other things in the woods, other woodland creatures. So the tracks get pretty discombobulated pretty quickly, but you're able to kind of find your way, Aragorn your way through these, kind of looking, watching, and you continue to travel north for a bit. Takes you about 45 minutes before you kind of come to where you believe the sense starts to get much stronger, Darren. You feel like you're getting closer and closer and closer. And because we're not stealthing, I'm going to make a roll real fast. Because you guys were moving relatively quickly. I'm going to check something real quick.
Rivers is probably like taking small branches down as he moves along the path.
Okay. Let's see. Curse game. Here it is. These boys. Take a look. Perception. Ooh, got high perception. Okay. You start making your way. After, like I said, about 45 minutes, give or take, sun continuing to start setting. It's pretty dark out here in the woods. Everyone can make a perception check, please.
Before we get too much further into this, you mentioned something about hit points when I was away. I was listening to the stream, so I'm not entirely sure what it's about.
But everybody can consider themselves back to full plus 5 with 5 temporary hit points.
Understood.
17.
Okay.
23. Nice. Wow, it's 2 20s in a row. We rolled 2 20s. River drew last one.
Yeah. Roderick, 23. Zora, a big 8. Another 8. 17. Am I missing anybody? 1, 2. What's that?
River's rolled a 9.
River's rolled
9 for me.
9. Got it. Check the stealth on this boy. Okay. Let's see. Roderick. Just Roderick. As you guys are making your way, what does the order look like? What's the setup here? As you're making your way through the tracks, I assume. Actually, I shouldn't assume anything.
I'd probably be near the front. I would assume with like that healthy roll and
Yes, it's
just
probably
like
me and Rivers at the front.
yeah. Agreed.
Okay. All right. So you and Rivers in front. Okay. What's the rest of the group look like?
I'll probably be somewhere behind them, trying to look for missing, if they're missing anything, if additional tracks or something, offshoots and whatnot. I don't know. Backup.
Okay. But order-wise, those two in front.
Oh, just behind. Yeah.
Just behind them. Okay.
Yes.
Ravenspire. So we have Calsolis in front. We have Rivers next. Or with him, excuse me. Roderick behind them. How close are you behind them? It's for my own color. How close are you staying to the group?
5 feet behind him. I mean, not
okay, close. Got it.
Yeah.
Staying close. Okay. Anybody else kind of in Roderick's zone? Anybody behind him? What does the rest of it look like? Zora, where would you be?
Probably just behind Roderick a little bit.
Okay. Got it.
5 feet, 6 feet, something like that.
Got it. Okay. And then finally, Lysander.
I'll be in the back.
You're in the back. So you and Ismark in the back, bringing up the back with Irina. Right. And I need you to... Where are you at? There you are. Okay. Irina's probably with you, and then Roderick will take the backpack. Kind of stays behind the group.
Ismark.
Okay. Didn't I say Ismark? What did I say?
Roger.
No, sorry. Too many names to keep up with.
I forgive you.
Thank you. All right. Should be turning
here we go.
over. There we go. Oh, that looks good on your screen. My screen's so much smaller. I should look at your screen. So you make your way into the woods. Nobody sees anything. Darren, you sense it's getting closer and closer. And as you guys are making your way, Roderick, you see it, as well as Ismark. The two of you see it. Directly up ahead of Calsolus, you spot something up in the trees. Pat? Directly in front of Darren, about 30, 40 feet up in the nearest tree, trying to blend in. I rolled a 20 on its stealth. You just caught it. There is something green up in the trees. About the size, a little bit size bigger than a basketball. Round and green. It's pulsating.
Whistle?
Okay.
Dude, not like a shrill, like super high, but just quick little to try to get the front line's attention.
Okay.
And look at them.
Yeah, Ismark will kind of move up to you. Lysander probably is the next closest person to you and Irina, and kind of pull her back. He points, and he points directly at it, and you see this green, blobby-looking ball. Again, about the size of a little bit bigger than a basketball, maybe twice the size of a basketball, up in the tree, about 20 feet up. What are you guys doing?
Look at Calsolus and Rivers.
Do we see it now, or like as he points it out? Or?
You would have to make another. You'd have to make a perception check. I'll let you roll again.
Okay.
It is well hidden, mixed in the
It's
green.
right there.
Look closely.
The DC is 20.
Sorry, I rolled a nat 20.
Shrug back at Roderick like,
So did Ismark. He rolled a nat 20 as well.
18.
Yeah, you can't see it up there.
Start.
It's at a funny angle.
I don't see anything. What are we looking at?
Nobody else sees it still. Doesn't look like.
Just
Zora.
walk
I
up
haven't seen
behind them.
Zora's. Oh, Zora does. Zora, you see it as well. So Zora, you see this basketball-looking thing, puffy ball up in the tree, kind of trying to hide within the green.
That's not a predator.
What's that?
That's not a predator.
No, it is round, very round.
A well-fed predator.
But yeah, you guys see it. Do you guys all stop at that point?
Well, I mean, as soon as he whistled, we stopped.
Okay, you stop.
yeah, definitely stop, pick up on the whistle, like, you know.
I'm looking around.
Looking around. Yep.
What?
Did it seem to take notice whenever I whistled or when we stopped or?
As you stop and you're looking, Jeff, you see it at this point. As you kind of look at it and watch it for a second, Pat, kind of assessing that, yeah, you see an eye blink. One eye blink up there. You see a white fleshy eye appear right in the middle
It's not a
of it.
beholder, is it? Shit.
You see a green ball with a single eye.
Oh. He's from Monsters Inc. He's fine.
It's Mike Wachowski.
Yeah, whisper to the two that see it. What is it? What's up there?
There's
It's
something
an
up there.
eyeball.
It's watching us.
It could definitely see us. It's trying to hide.
Pat, and those that can see it, a second eye, a third eye, and a fourth eye appear on either side of it. And yes, Jeff, you see 3 stalks of an eye rip out.
Shit.
Now you're a monster hunter, Pat, Kevin. Good lord, you replaced Kevin, so just went there. You as a monster hunter would definitely be able to assess things. If you give me a nature check, I can tell you a little more about what you see. You see these 3 eyes staring down at you. 4 eyes staring down at you currently. 12. It does not look like it's big enough or enough eyes unless they are hidden to be a beholder. There are other sub-races of beholders that you're aware of. But it definitely gives off beholder vibes as you see it up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Finally, a fifth eye appears. So 2 on top now, 2 on bottom. You see it kind of look over, but it's squinting. You can see his eyes.
Let's nearsight it. That's good.
Starts squinting. No one else sees it unless you rolled over 20, because it's pretty well hidden up there.
I'm looking at everybody looking. Can we sneak past whatever it is, or does it see us? Like, what are we?
It is watching us. Be prepared.
It sees us.
I kind of do a little like shuffle back and forth, see if it follows me, if it's tracking me.
You take a step, one of the stalks moves. Absolutely.
Shit.
Can we move around? Oh, here we in its.
I'm going to put it on the board real quick as well, just to give you where it was. So you're aware.
We should crush it, Rivers says. We should kill it. Foul beast, foul magic. He looks pissed.
Oh, okay. Why did that?
I think Rivers kind of has Roderick amped up, and he's going to go, "I," and grab his hammer.
If it's already seen us, it doesn't matter anyways.
You hear a voice finally as you stand there just discussing whether you should kill it or
kick
not.
his ass or not?
Should we fucking kill this thing, or what's up? I can hear
We
you.
don't even know what you're talking about.
Bro,
Yeah,
you're
it's
so
true.
loud.
Like, what are you talking about?
You hear a raspy voice echo out. And at that point, you get enough direction that you guys will see it at this point as it speaks. And it kind of floats down just a tiny bit. It kind of moves away from the tree just a tiny, tiny bit. What are you doing here? Leave this place. You are not welcome.
We're just passing through.
No, you are not.
Yeah, we are.
This grove is not for you, not for the living. Stay back. Stay back.
Nudge Lysander. Hey, tell him what you told the werewolf. It's all,
You mean the no, it's cool?
yeah, tell him it's all good.
You're
Dude,
imagining us here.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's totally cool. I talked to Jimmy, Jimmy talked to you, you know Jimmy. Totally cool.
All is well.
Go for
All
it.
Yeah.
as well.
Go for it. We're all in.
Don't be cool, dude. It's all cool. No, I will kind of pipe up with this thing. So maybe you can help us out. Is there anybody else in this grove or passing through this grove?
You are not welcome. I'm not here to help you.
Well, maybe we can help you. Is there anybody here in the grove that you don't want to hear?
Just you?
Just us.
This thing's cranky as fuck.
Yeah.
Leave now.
What are you?
I am the guardian of the grove. Leave now. I destroy you. All of you.
Does this thing seem natural, or does it seem fucking evil and chaotic?
Seems chaotically evil. I mean,
It doesn't seem like a forest spirit or anything.
no, maybe it looks like a solid creature. Fiendish by look.
At this point, would I know what it is?
Yeah, now that you see it, I mean, you can nature check it as well. Or Arcana.
Hold on one second.
Yeah, it's some form of beholder, but a lesser species. I mean, that's as much as you know with that roll. Why are you here?
We're following.
It says infernal.
What's that?
He said, "Why are you here?"
We're following the tracks of someone else who passed through. We mean your grove no harm.
Why do you follow these tracks? What do you want?
They took something that does not belong to them.
They belong to me now.
You know what I'm speaking of?
Of course I do. That's why you are here. Now leave this grove.
Doug, did you say it was abysmal or infernal?
It's visible.
No, what kind of... What's its origin point, I
Is
guess?
it- Yeah, is
Infernal
it abyssal or infernal?
Oh, sorry. It is an aberration, technically.
Oh,
So I believe. So you wanted the bones
No, I protect the bones for the master.
for Strahd.
He is the master.
Why does
Well,
Strahd want
all
them?
right.
I am not your guide here. You leave.
Give us the bones and we'll leave.
I'm drawing my weapon. I'm standing up.
You see all four eyes kind of look at you. Don't you do it. Leave.
I'm walking towards it.
Okay, I think we're in initiative.
There's only one way we're leaving
Nah.
at this point. If he's got
Now
the
this
bones.
thing's secured. It's secured. What's going to happen when it confirmed that?
Okay, fair enough. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. Okay, looks like everybody came through. Okay, you start to move forward a little bit. As you do, you see its eyes kind of all look directly at you, Rivers. But Zora, you are the first to react.
we cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay,
Nice.
Hunter's Mark has been cast. Let me switch the stream over to our map view. Oh, which is not showing up. Interesting. Maybe not for tonight. Having some technical difficulties there. That was weird. Oh, it's because it's in the same window.
Doug, people don't tune into a D&D podcast to use their imagination, okay?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Let's try that again. There it goes. Now it's working. All right. All right. So you cast Hunter's Mark. Any movement or anything else, Jeff? For your
That's a bonus action, so yeah, I'm going to move and probably attack still. Can I get to her with my whip from where I'm at, or do I need to get closer?
Let me pull up. Where to go? So you are currently. It is up about 20 feet to start with. Distance-wise, from where you're currently at, the range is right at 60 feet.
60 feet, okay.
So 80 feet net. 60 over, 20 feet up.
Well, I'll do a full move toward it, which is 30 feet.
Okay, go ahead. You should be able to move yourself, or I can move you. Your choice.
Go ahead and move me.
Okay, 30. Oh, Lord, I can't see my own. Can't see the...
Well, on my screen.
It's not showing up.
It shows up on my screen. On my screen.
Well, that is, but not the distance.
It shows up on mine. It was.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not showing up. Okay, so you move up 30 feet. All 30, I assume, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay, so you're 30 feet out. That's your move. Bonus action. It is anything else. Would you like to action dash or take some other action?
1 second. Trying to figure that out.
Okay, and just so we're clear, the next person up will be Rivers.
How high up in the tree is this thing? I know Jeff still got
About,
something to go by.
about 20 feet.
All right.
If I dash, I'll take the rest of my action, won't it?
What's that?
Dash.
Yeah.
Oh, action dash? Okay.
No, he's asking.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the rest of his action. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take,
would
that's
be-
right. Go ahead and dash. That's fine.
Okay, that'll put you all the way up to it, basically, right underneath it. All right, so Jeff charges up. Zora charges up. Okay, that's action, move, bonus action. Everyone, go ahead and make one final perception check, please. I warn you, stay back! Stay back! It says. Good Lord, that was terrible.
20. Not natural 20, but
Got a 21.
Okay. As you move up, Jeff, and I'm waiting to see what the other rolls are. Not Roderick.
13.
Lysander hasn't rolled over a 10, I don't think, tonight. Cal Solus picks it up.
It is
Rivers.
getting Kevin dice.
Yeah, you do have Kevin. He's not here, so Zora does, and Cal Solus does. The two of you, Zora especially, as you're moving up, as you're dashing, and you kind of look to your left and right, you hear movement in the woods coming from the west. Something moving quickly through the woods. And Darren, you would hear the same thing as well. And that's it that round. Actually, hold on. We're probably coming to view that round, movement-wise. Behind this little hill. Put it on the board. There it is. Do some math here. Its movement. Oh, there's my ruler works when I'm not moving a person. 80. It's about 10 up from there. Out there. Okay. Over to you, Roderick. Or Rivers, excuse me.
Is it sitting on a branch?
It is flying, floating
Okay,
over
it's
a
floating.
branch. Yes,
All right.
they float.
Shit. I don't hear the movement to the west.
No, you don't hear through the woods, which I've got most of the trees on here, but this is a pretty good dense woods. You did not hear it yet.
Am I supposed to be on Foundry, or like I can't, or is it just the map's not showing up?
Should be showing up. Why don't you refresh real quick?
All right. Is it too much action if I pull a side dagger and throw it at the creature?
Not at all.
I'm gonna do that.
No, you can always pull a weapon as part of an action.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but I can do it and also like keep my flail for next round.
Sure, yeah,
like,
you can just pop it into the other hand.
Hold in the other hand and then throw a
Yeah.
dagger. Yeah, I'm gonna do
absolutely.
that.
You're gonna throw it up at the creature, the beholder cousin.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Fire it up.
Right, here I go. Let me see. Is that it'll automatically do my normal hit.
Yep.
Like
yep.
it's
You
still
should have
fucking-
dag.
okay, cool.
It's the same as just using it melee. It's just whatever the range is. What is the range on the dagger? It should be two ranges.
20, 60. 20.
2060. So you're at. Do you want to move up first? Because right now you're at long distance, which means it's at disadvantage. 60. You're
I
basically
do.
45 feet away.
Okay, I see the map now. Yeah,
Okay.
I do. I was gonna move up my full
Full 30.
full movement. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I can move you up if you'd like.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Oh, there's my thing is working now. Okay, so
And
you
then-
move up 30. That'll put you in normal range.
Sweet. So then I'll hook it at it, but I'm pretty sure I missed anyway. So I rolled an 8.
Did go wide. Just clunks into the tree and bounces off and into the dirt somewhere. Okay, that's movement. That's action. Any bonus action?
No. Nope,
Okay.
I'm good.
All right, Roderick. After Roderick, it will be Calsolus.
I'm gonna follow Rivers to into Palace.
Okay.
Just kinda... Wait, I'm sorry. Oh, actually, yeah, that's my move. So.
Okay.
Oh wait, let's do the action dash and get up to.
You can You can be right underneath it if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, go for it. So it's action. Action move. Any bonus action?
I'm gonna activate Rage at the end of
Got
the
it.
round.
Okay, done. All right. Okay. This time, as that group rolled much lower on their stealth check, moving through the woods, as Roderick, as you get up underneath it, you hear and you have the vantage point to see, because you're past the rocks, in the more denser kind of tree growth. You see coming around the far side of a hill, you see 4 wolves charging around the far side. They're still a little ways out this round. They use their action to dash into range. That is their whole go. Afterwards, the creature looks down at Zora and Pat, which does move next. Pat, roll a D. Where did it go? I think it's a D4 for this boy. He's got 4 eyes. Give me a D4, please. You get to select what's coming at you.
Dose. Oh.
Okay. And then, Jeff, give me a D4, please. A 1. Got it. Pat, please make a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right.
Holy Moses!
Hell yeah. Feeling strong.
As you charge at this thing, it looks at you, blinks an eye at you, and you feel something come over you, like confusion washes over you for a second, but you, as the rage kicks in, it focuses all your attention at it, and you just shake it off. It has no effect.
A 20 and a 1.
Jeff, please.
And then a 20.
Please make a Constitution. Yours is a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, great.
You picked it, not me. That is, and actually, I gave you the wrong description there, Pat. You felt like your whole body was going to seize up, but you pushed through it. Jeff, it is you that feels this wave of confusion come over you. Unfortunately, that did not save. Please take 5 points of psychic damage.
We had 5 extra hit points from that earlier.
Yep. All gone. All gone. The target cannot take reactions until the end of its next turn. On its next turn, the target can't move, and it uses its action to make a melee or ranged attack against a randomly determined creature within range. That is Pat. So we'll get to that next round. So you feel this wave of confusion come over you, where nothing just seems to make sense as this thing stares into you, and that is it. Calsolus, over to you, followed by Lysander.
Okay.
You all hear the wolves coming now.
Yeah. I already knew they were coming. It's everybody hears them now?
Yes. The little ones are much louder, apparently.
So it works. I'm going to move up a little bit to about here. I'm going to look at the beholder thing.
We can call it a spectator now.
Spectator, right? That's a spectator.
It's not a beholder.
And I just yell at it, "Get down here!"
And we're back, guys.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw for the old beholder. No.
No what?
Didn't make it. Command.
Command prone.
Okay. Can't go prone. It is actually immune to being prone. However, it will go down. It will float down on its next turn as part of the requirement. Okay. That's your action. That's your move. Anything else, Darren?
I don't think I have anything else I can do at this point. Sucks I can't go prone, but okay.
Lysander.
But now you guys can hit it.
Yep. And there's a chance that Jeff might swing at it now instead of Pat. It's got a random shot now. It won't get there in time. Jeff goes first. Lysander.
I am going to. It's 120, less than 120 feet away from me, right?
It is currently. It's 20 up at the moment, and oh my lord, it's 70 feet down and 20 up, so 90 feet.
Cool. Then it is within 120 feet, so I'm gonna blast it with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Go for it.
Got a 19.
Now you can roll a bigger rolls. That is
There we
it.
go.
Just had to get them out of your system.
Fuck you, dude.
That was
Now,
Doug's fault.
Yeah,
Was it?
ouch.
That was
it
Doug's fault.
just
I knew it
zaps
was
the
bad
side of it.
because I didn't even see the die on the sheet. It just like rolled off the sheet. I was like,
Goodbye.
bye.
Wow.
It was off the table.
Uh,
Reroll it.
That's a move in action. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna stay with Ismark and Irina in the back.
Okay. Yep. And Ismark will go next with Irina. Irina will sing a song towards you. You see her set out a quick little note, and Drew, she's going to give you bardic inspiration.
I can already give myself bardic inspiration.
Well, now you don't have to use one. She gave it to you. That's what she would do.
He said no
okay.
thanks.
Yeah.
You can choose
Stop
not
coming
to.
on to me like a drunken prom date, lady.
Ismark is going to step up to here for now. He's going to take the dodge action in front of Irina for this go around. Zora, over to you, top of the round. Unfortunately, you have to make a random attack at somebody near you. There are only two. Oh, okay. Well, he's coming back.
Oh, yeah, hang tight.
Jeff, unfortunately, you have to make a random attack at a creature that you can reach. There is Pat next to you, and technically, Rivers is in range because your whip has 10 foot of reach. So it's a 50-50 shot. If you'd like to roll a d6, 1 through 3 it is Pat, 4 through 6 it is Rivers. And then
Okay.
I think you get to make another save chance, or it may just wear off. I have to look. It just wears off.
Nice.
Looks like it's the guy right next to you. Pat, you see Zora turn on you, confused, holding her head as this thing stares down at the two of you. You feel this wave come over you. You see her at the same time kind of gripping her head, and as she looks up, she takes her whip and takes a swing at you. Jeff, take it away.
Question: do I have to use my whip, or can I hit her with my free hand?
At the end of his turn, the target can't move and uses action to make a melee or ranged attack against a randomly determined creature within range. I would say with your most dominant weapon. I think it's... Yeah.
Offhand slap.
Yeah. You big old mean man.
Yeah.
That is a 22 to hit. I think, Pat, that's a hit.
See.
Damage, please. Of course, you maxed it out just about. 8 points, Pat. Half damage because you're raging. Half to 4.
Whip is good.
Fortunately, that is your go, and then it is the wolf's turn following that.
Sorry, Pat.
It was almost max damage, yeah. Rivers.
Too many eyes,
see-
man. Too many eyes.
You see this wolf that you did not hear. You heard the little ones, but as you turn, you see a full dire wolf charging at you. This thing is large, easily rideable. It is going to charge at you and attempt to knock you down and drag you down with its teeth.
That would be sick if I had a wolf mount, though.
Well, you can
Animal handling.
attempt for that. I believe that is going to be a hit. There's 21 to hit.
Hit.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is. Rivers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Ouchie. Strength save 16.
Okay, it tries to drag you down with its jaws, but you grab its head and you kind of hold it up as it comes down at you. You are still standing, and it is your go, as it were, followed by Roderick.
Rivers hates wolves, dude.
I know you do.
Alright, I'm gonna swing at it. Here we go.
Okay.
A 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. That is a 8 damage, and then I would like to use a superiority die.
Okay.
And do a pushing attack.
Okay.
So hit with a weapon, use one superiority die, add to the attack's damage roll if the target's large or smaller, which is this bigger than large?
Nope, it's large.
Okay, succeed on a DC 11 strength save or be pushed up to 15 feet directly away from you.
Oh, wow.
So first, the superiority die is a D8, right? Let me check.
Yep.
Yeah, D8. So I add 1 D8 to the
Yep.
damage?
Yep, go ahead. I already have the original damage. Just give me the extra.
Okay, cool. 5.
Nice.
13 total, and then, DC 11 strength save.
And you pushed him back. DC 11 just barely doesn't move. I rolled a 12 total. Just holds in there next to you. Its jaw snapping at you as you slam into it with your flail. Anything else, Rivers?
Nope, that's it.
Roderick.
Is it down yet, or is it coming down with the?
On its turn.
Oh,
I believe that's how command works. Double check that. I think it's on its turn. It has to do what you asked. Let's double check that real fast.
Doug, how
On its next turn, yeah.
Doug, how dumb is Roderick when it comes to people's minds being manipulated into hitting?
You can see Zora gripping her head, and and you feel some wave of nausea over you. I don't think you're stupid. I mean,
Okay.
It essentially still loses its turn, though, even though it doesn't go prone.
oh, wow, I'll read it again. Keep that up for a second when it gets to its turn here.
Falls prone and then ends its turn.
It's immune to prone. I'm going to give you the float down as a gimme, but no, I don't think it loses its turn after that.
You don't even lose its
I think
turn.
I'm actually going to
If it
disengage
wasn't
from
immune to prone, I would.
the mini dude in the tree and actually just boof it to the dire wolf behind.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to just come in with a big old fat reckless swing and try to push him back a little bit. Give him
Go
some
reckless.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Hammer raid. Go. That's not great. That's 13. Yeah.
On the direwolf, just misses. I'll tell you the AC is 14. You slam into its side. You just can't find good purchase on that hit. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Watch out. I'll use you guys as clubs.
Pack tactics. All three of them run in there, and they will dash this round. Can't attack, but they will each come charging in around you all. Kind of like this. Just kind of start nipping at your heels and side as the three of these kind of get in there with Mama Bear here, or Mama Wolf, and start attacking from all sides, but they can't actually attack this round. Alright, Spectator is immune to being prone, so I'm going to split the difference on him coming down. As it's floating there in front of you, Zora. Zora, it's going to look at you again, as well as at... Roderick. Actually, hold on. You, Darren. It looks at you as you commanded it down. What are you doing? Get out of my head! It says. Zora, give me a D4. Darren, give me a D4. Zora, you like that confusion.
Not so much.
All right, Zora, that is a wisdom saving throw. Darren, it is a wisdom saving throw. Darren, you feel this wave of fear over you. However, you manage to shake it off. You feel frightened by the creature as it looks at you, as you see its eyes look into your soul for a moment there. Unfortunately, Jeff, this wave of confusion continues as Roderick looks like a really big threat. However, it is still in range, so it is not going to move because it is in a... it's not stupid. I could give you a free hit. Calsolis, over to you.
Alright, so it is now...
Followed by Lysander.
What was that? Oh. So it's now on the ground, or
Yeah, it's just floating right at the ground, right at eye level.
okay. It just tried to scare me, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my crossbow and take a shot at it.
Okay.
$15.
15 is a hit.
And sneak attack.
9 total.
9.
Got it. Arrow sticks into it. You hear, "Ah, you little bitch!" It says, okay, anything else? Any movement? Bonus action.
Feel free to give us the bones and take off. As I knock another arrow.
Okay. Lysander.
Cool. Try to hit this thing again and do a little more damage this time. 13.
On this boy, it's still a hit.
For 4.
A little better. When do you get to start adding your proficiency bonus or whatever into the... when does that come?
I don't think it ever
Oh,
goes.
when I take a few more levels in
Warlock.
Warlock
Yeah.
and get like agonizing blast and such.
Gotcha. Yeah, wasn't sure. Not familiar with Warlock stuff. I know eventually you can. All right, you blast it. You see Ismark charge up, being that Irina seems safe next to you. He's going to run up and engage with Rivers on these wolves that are surrounding him. He's going to run up this round for 30, excuse me. Anything else, Lysander?
I will give Roderick a bardic inspiration.
Okay. All right. And that is everybody. Zora. Okay, lots of targets around you, so it's only a 1 in 4 chance you swing at your friend. But go ahead and give me let's do a D4. We'll do 1 for the beholder, or excuse me, the spectator, 2 for the wolf, 3 for Roderick, and 4 for the other wolf. So those are the closest 4.
Oops. Oh, one too many.
Well, it's the same roll twice, so we can assume it's the 2, which was the wolf. So you see this wolf coming up in this state of confusion. You still swing wildly at it. You may make an attack roll against the wolf. 13 is a
13.
hit. It is a hit.
Nice.
You slam into it. You see it carve away some flesh and is bleeding heavily as it yipes back as you snap the whip into it. Unfortunately, that's all you can do on your round with your confusion. And then we move right on over to the dire wolf, who Rivers does not like you. Actually, yeah, you both hit it pretty good. Actually, yeah, Roger, you missed. So Rivers, yeah, it's going to try to bite you again. That's 21 to hit. Fortunately, it hits a second time.
Ouchie.
10 points of piercing damage.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. That's what you get for wandering into the woods in the middle of the day. Surrounded by wolves. I don't know.
We had an ironclad plan.
I
It was the middle of the
understand.
day.
Strength saving throw.
Head in, check it out, take off.
Strength save, please.
To be fair, he did say he has the bones, or he's protecting them, so you know.
24.
Nice.
Okay.
Strong.
If we live through this, I'm gonna have a firm talk with those hunters we saw in the bar.
Could have hired them to come out here
We
with
did
you.
not have to walk far, man. We saw some big wolves.
What the fuck? What are you guys doing with your doing, man?
They were having lunch. Fuck. It's a fucking lunch break. Roderick, over to you.
Rivers or Roderick?
Roderick, right? Oh, Rivers, sorry.
Yeah, Rivers in
I'm
the
not the only one.
Okay,
Moved
cool.
too fast. No, I was looking at Roderick this time.
Oh, shoot. You know what? I forgot. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, no, I do have sap with the flail. So for its next attack roll, the disadvantage, I gotta remind you.
Okay. Well, you hit
my
it.
bad.
So luckily, I forgot to roll with advantage, so that actually worked
Okay,
out.
cool. So I cancel that. All right.
Yep.
All right, sweet. All right, I'm swinging at it. Here we go. 13 to hit.
On the direwolf, unfortunately, does not connect. Or it does, but it doesn't break armor. You just kind of slam into its side, find a strong spot, just
On
roars at
action
you.
surge.
Sure.
Swing again.
Okay.
And I rolled a 1. Sick.
Got it. Just it's all over you. You just
Hell
can't
yeah.
can't get through. Roderick, over to you. Now a lot of wolves.
I am gonna wallop this bad boy. I am gonna try to push again.
Okay, the big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, so 22.
That's absolutely a hit. Not much that doesn't hit in Barovia.
With rage. Oh, nice. 15.
Nice.
Moly.
I have a
Don't
bonus.
you do
I can't-
don't you do bonus radiant damage as well?
Yeah, bonus 1d6 plus 2. 15 plus.
Giant.
Oh!
Oh boy.
Jesus.
And I
You
do want to
j-
push him back.
If there's anything left.
Yeah, well, it's still limping, but you see it's bloodied. You hear some ribs crack. Yipes. As you push it back 10 feet?
Yeah.
5, 10.
And can I follow it? Can I just like hit it
Yeah,
and keep
yeah.
walking towards it?
You can follow it for 1 step,
Okay.
but if you took 2 steps, you'd go in out of two opportunity attacks.
Oh yeah, okay. Alright. Then yeah, I'll take the 1 step and just slow
Okay.
walk towards it.
You do, and good timing because Ismark had a held action, and as you push it into it, Ismark's going to take a swing.
Yeah. Combo!
Unfortunately, 9 plus 5, 14 is a hit on the dot. Darren, give me a D10 for old Ismark.
That'll be a
9, 13 points. You see him as it stumbles back. He just stabs it in the side, and the wolf yipes and drops to the ground. Dead. Good combo. Good dual tech.
That was sick. I shouldn't have fucking wasted my action surge.
That's unfortunate.
Sometimes
Damn
it
it.
happens.
It does.
Right. The wolves, the little wolves, seeing that, Pat, all 3 of them are going to come at you this round.
Yes.
So they all try to bite into you. That's a miss. A 14 and a 17. I don't know. I don't think the 14 hits either, does it?
14 misses, 17 ties. Tie goes to defender, right?
No, that's the wrong game.
Oh.
Also, I forgot the plus was slightly wrong. It's 18 anyways. Not that it matters. 1 hit. Oh, those all have advantage. Sorry, let me double check though. 2 of those. All 3 of them. 1 that hit. Still a regular hit. The other 2 both turn into hits. Sorry. How about the pack tactics? That's why they all attack as a group.
It's their only chance of surviving.
18 points between the 3 of them, half to 9. As all 3 of them start trying to pull you down as a group. Darren, give me a D4, please. Really doesn't like you. And then, Drew, you're too far out for it to care about 1. Ooh, good. And then the other one will be at Zora, once again, and a D4. Jeff? Sorry to be a dick about it here, but you are in its threat range. At least it's
New
something
number.
different. New number. That's nice. Darren, that is a confusion ray. Once again, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Unfortunately, number 3 is also a wisdom saving throw, Jeff. It's just a different attack.
15.
You feel this wave of confusion and wash it off. Good lord, Zora. Good lord. Jeff. And I forgot to do this last round. I just did the confusion. I forgot to do the damage last round. 4 points of psychic damage. Once again, as you feel this wave of fear come over you, you now have the fear condition, which just means you cannot... I'll double check the fear condition. I think you can't move towards it or attack it. Fear it. Anything else is fair game, but you are afraid of it, I believe. Fear.
If I can't move toward it or attack it, what else is there?
3 wolves. At
Oh, well.
least it's something. Unlike last round where you had no choice. Frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. Oh, no, you can't attack it. You cannot move closer to it. You just have disadvantage as long as you can see it.
So you can see you attack it if you want.
Yeah, you can attack it. You're just afraid of it. And that's its go. Calsolus, followed by Lysander. We'll do one more round. This will be pretty quick, and that's where we're going to have to wrap.
Okay. We got what? 3 wolves. I'm going to go ahead and try something different with this guy.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Hey, Doug.
Yes.
My my hunter's mark gives me advantage on all wisdom saves. I didn't see that before.
Well, that's important. That's important. Well, why don't you re-roll the last one, because at this point, that's where we're at.
Wisdom. There it is. I can't roll a wisdom save to save my life. Never mind.
Good Lord. Yeah, you really can't. Wow. I know what your bane of existence is for future encounters.
Yeah.
Calsolus.
Yeah, what do you want?
All right, let me roll this and then we'll see if I can do some color for it.
Okay, what are you doing?
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna guess a 22 hits.
It does.
All right.
Why was that with advantage?
Because I used hit him with my crossbow. I had advantage.
Very good.
So I look at that guy. I raise my shield. The symbol. There's a symbol of like an eye on the shield, which is my holy symbol.
It's
Starts to
convenient.
glow.
It's convenient for the spectator that it's made of eyes.
This sort of beam of light starts to come down around me. My eyes start to glow. My hand starts to glow. I look at it, or I point at it, and just this huge spear of light just shoots straight out at it.
At the spectator?
At the spectator.
Okay.
And I'm upcasting it
Okay.
for guiding bolt.
Got it. And damage, please. Oh, that's
Well,
terrible.
That was terrible.
It's not even half. Okay, you slam this bolt of energy into it. However, you see it gets burned very badly. It looks heavily wounded from this blast as it rears back from the light, and it is now glowing. For the next attack on it has advantage. Lysander, over to you. And Ismark. Ismark's going to charge up on this first wolf.
Well, I don't. This is the next attack on it has an advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Any attack.
Gotcha. Any attack.
Go for it.
So presumably, if I cast a spell that was like a charm spell at it that has no attack feature, that would not trigger.
No, does not trigger it. Nope.
Yep. Cool. In that case, I'll just go ahead and blast it with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. With advantage. Ismark slams into the wolf in the back, bloodying it. That's a good thing you had advantage. That's a hit.
You're welcome.
Otherwise, I would have missed. There we go.
There you
8.
go.
There you go. That one sends it spinning through the air as this blast slams into it. You see one of the eye stalks sort of breaks a little bit and goes limp. Looks heavily wounded from the force blast. Anything else, Drew?
That's it.
Okay. We'll do one last round, and then we'll wrap. Because I think it might be over after that. Zora, over to you.
You get to do something.
You are afraid, but you may act.
And the beholder cousin's still there, right?
Yep. Still there. He's not stupid enough to move while you're in the threat range. Though he
All
may
right,
now.
I'm gonna whip him.
Whip him. Okay, unfortunately it's with disadvantage because you're scared to death of it, but please make an attempt.
So, first one's
Currently it's a
19,
hit.
second one, 25.
Oh, it's a hit. It would have been a nat 20 if not for the fear. Damage, please.
And don't forget your Hunter's Mark, too.
Plus my Hunter's Mark damage. 11 total.
Nice.
For some reason, the whip rolled 2 dice, so I'm going to use the first one.
Is it? Sorry.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's fine. It's because of the 20 it saw. It treated it like a crit because that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sorry.
we'll just use the 3. So 8 plus 2, 8, 9, 10. So it's not all that different. 3, yeah, it was 8. Yeah, just one less. 8 to 10. Oh, we gotta do it.
What?
So close.
What is it? 1?
Yeah, now it is. It's always got to be 1. All right, you slam into this thing, bleeding everywhere. Now you see another of the eye stalks break as it looks like it's about to fall to the ground. Direwolf is dead. Rivers, it's over to you. 3 wolves nipping at your heels.
Let's swing at the one above me, in between me and Zora.
Got it. That one has not been touched yet.
Nice. Crit.
Whoa.
20.
Oh.
Nat 20.
Goodbye.
You slam into it. What's the max damage normally? D8 plus what?
D8. 2D8 plus 4.
So it's D8 plus 4. So it automatically does 12. So Jeff, I use custom crit rolls, which is max the dice roll and then roll then roll the damage. So that way a crit always does more than a regular hit. So that's 12 automatically, Jeff, or Ethan, plus a D8, please. So 12 to
Got
start.
it.
Let's roll 1D8. 12, 15 points. It is instantly killed. As this flail swings out, you just break its face. Just break its teeth. Its head rips off to the side and drops with a yipe. Okay, good round. Roderick, over to you.
This bad boy over here.
Yeah, it's bleeding heavily from Jeff's
yes.
first whip. Yep.
Is he distracted to Jeff, or is he looking at me, or does?
Oh, he's looking at you. They all 3 attacked you last round as you took Mama Bear down.
All right, cool. Reckless attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I will
wallop
say
him.
If you hit him, it will not survive.
All right.
No, you don't. You don't need to. We can keep things
Let's
moving.
go. Well, that's 14.
That's technically a hit. You can roll again just to see if it's something big and bloody, but
Oh, I
you
see.
yeah,
Oh.
you just
Oh, jeez.
was that
I
that one?
did.
It
I got
was.
a nat 20 on the second one.
You sling around that damage. I want to know how much damage it was. What's your max damage on this thing?
My damage is 1d8 plus 6, so
14 plus a d8.
So plus 1. Hold on. 1d8 is
So
dose,
16,
16
plus a d6 of radiant damage, which is maxed out as well. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, plus a d6.
So D8 and a D6. Another 5.
So 27 points of damage. You swing down, and literally as this hammer comes down with this radiant energy, it just implodes. The head explodes. You just, like anime style, Fist of the North Star, just it shatters into pieces.
Oh yeah, dude. Do it for God, bro.
Yeah.
As I'm swinging, by the way, as these attacks come in, at least for now, since it's the first attack, it looks like light is going down my arm as it connects and almost through the hammer as it hits.
Ooh.
I like to
Yeah.
think that you like hit it so hard in the head that its brain shoots out.
Yeah.
Just
It is instantly toasted. And that's the end of Roderick's turn.
The other wolf.
The last wolf is alive currently. It is not stupid.
Disengage.
It is going to act. Yep, it's going to action disengage, seeing its last pack members go down. It is going to escape, or attempt to. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 40. Excuse me. All right. It goes charging away, leaving the spectator with also 1 hit point left. It is going to risk it after it attacks. Jeff, D4, please. And then Roderick. Actually, who's the range? It's Darren and Lysander, but Lysander's too far away. Darren, D4. Oh, Zora, you got a new one. It's a con save. I know that one.
Should you go ahead and roll it?
3.
Yeah, you can go make the con save, and Darren, it's another whiz save.
Ooh.
Zora, you finally saved against this creature.
I failed that one.
All right. So then, after it fires both of those things off, Darren, let's see, Zora, you avoided it. Fortunately, that's the one that takes half damage even if you save, so that figures. This is the actual main attack. It sends 1 blast at you, Zora. Darren, yours is the Fear Ray, and you did not make it. So you are afraid of it. Psychic damage, if that matters for you. 3 points of psychic damage. Jeff, this is necrotic damage, if that matters for you, for any resistances. As a creature of the night, I don't know if you have that.
I do. You want to trade?
It was 10 points. 10 points of necrotic. That's its main attack. It didn't come up once.
You saved.
Oh, half. So half to 5. Sorry. I said that, didn't I? I don't know what I said. 10, half to 5.
Okay.
As this blast of necrotic energy hits into you, half again.
Yeah,
if
you might want to make
have
sure you're resistant to necrotic.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. It would be up in the top next to defenses.
I don't think they are.
Yeah, I don't know. I will. I can take a quick peek.
I can tell you because I have one made.
Do you?
on my other character.
Good lord, I can't hit the right buttons.
No.
No.
We're just in the poison. But
Poison.
poison,
Yeah.
but not-
Okay.
Yeah, poison, magical sleep, and that's it.
Got it. Not poison, unfortunately. All right, then it is an attempt with its last breath to get the hell away. So it's going to fly up 30 feet. It does get an attack of opportunity against you, Jeff, if you want to make an attack.
Yeah, hell yeah, I want to make an attack.
You may.
No, it was a 20 and it rolled over. Shit.
I hate that. I feel like that happens to me all the time.
7. It just cracks wide as it floats up into the tree. That's your reaction. Calsolus and Lysander. It has 1 hit point left. What do you want to do? I will just tell you that.
Well, wolf at it.
I'm going to take a shot at it even though it's at disadvantage. But
Yeah, it is a disadvantage. Darren, go ahead. If it's a hit, it's a dead.
I'm not sure what the chance. I'm just going to use my crossbow at this point.
Yep. You know, I saw a podcast. I was watching one of my recent podcasts. They a lot of people attack with disadvantage, and they were hitting pretty frequently.
Hit a 15.
You hit. There it is. As I said, as it floats away, trying to start to escape, you
Hell
send
no.
this dart up into the air. It slams into it and impales it along the back of the tree. And you see all the last 2 eye stalks droop down, and it is dead.
I ain't afraid of you, bitch.
Apparently not. The other wolf running into the woods.
Wait, I want to do something.
Go ahead. Last call.
I want to run after the wolf
Okay.
and say, "Hey, why don't you show us? Go get the bones and bring them back here."
Yeah, go fetch.
And have it make a wisdom. Have it make a wisdom save of 15, please.
Okay. Serious. No, it only has 1 turn. It only has 1 turn. Oh, what is it?
Suggestion.
Oh, you're using suggestion. Okay.
Yeah.
It's much bigger than command.
Describe a course of action no more than 25 words to one creature that can understand you.
Well, that would have been cool, a way to tell him to go fetch. Unfortunately, he rolled a 19.
Fudge.
Yeah, it would have been cool. Go fetch.
It's
Go
like,
get it, boy.
no, you just
Go get it,
murdered
Lassie.
my whole family. I'm not down.
I'm looking to see if he has a minus to his whiz. Unfortunately, he does. He has a +2, so 21. As it goes tearing away, action dash off of scene left or scene. Yeah, west.
Still worth it.
That was. That
No
would have been
regrets.
cool. And that is where we are going to stop in the middle of the woods and pick it up in 2 weeks. Thank you very much. I hope everybody has a good night. Thanks for listening if you are one of the listeners, and we will see you next time. With that, let me kick off the credits.